that being said, another thing that I am working on with YouTube though is the fact that I think I have to get a new whatchamacallit, a new extender, like Wi-Fi signal extender, because it friggin' freezes. Sorry, YouTube. But with that being said, guys, let's keep doing. Oh my God, Hector sent me my first super chat. Thank you so much, Hector. Hector on YouTube said I did it because I can. Thank you, Hector. I appreciate you, bro. Hector sent me my first $4.99. Thank you for the galaxy. Okay, guys, this is so awesome. Drop some hearts in the chat for Hector. Oh, also, when you become a member on YouTube, to actually come over here. So, with that being said, why is the screen glitching so bad over there? I am so tired of it. Hey, Buff, stop using the internet. Stop using the internet. It's messing up my flow, messing up my YouTubes. Okay. All right, guys. Keep doing all of the good things. And we're going to talk about the news if we don't get a Trump supporter up in here. And we'll see what ends up happening. You're spinning. I don't know if you're going to load. There you go. Hi, Bold. Did you vote for Donald Trump?
Yeah.
You did? Okay. All right. Great. So I think that you're deplorable. All right. You had the opportunity to prove me wrong. Why did you vote for Donald Trump?
Well, look at what he's doing. Look at DC being cleaned up. Results matter. So results matter, and it does. Feelings don't. So you call it deplorable, whatever other name that you want, but results speak for themselves.
Okay. So results matters, feelings don't. Look what he's doing to DC. He's cleaning it up. Okay. So if you will tell us, last year, you can answer yes or no to this. Did DC have its lowest violent crime rate in 30 years? Yes or no?
Can you put a number on that? What
When we say the
lower?
lowest, you mean lowest crime rate in 30 years?
Put a number on that.
When you say put a number on, are you asking how many, like what? What
Yeah.
are you
How
asking?
many? How many? Can I say homicides?
You can say
I don't want to.
homicides.
I can't. Okay. How many were there for you to say, okay, it's 30% lower? How many is that? Put a number
So
on it.
I'll put a number on it, I'll get it for you. But when we say it had its 30-year low, doesn't that mean that the previous 30 years that it was higher? All right. And so that they're actually making a trend towards the right direction. Wouldn't it mean that though?
Zero is what I want to see.
You want to
You know,
see, oh, you
I
want to
want to
see
see zero.
zero.
Yes, because
Oh,
because
okay. So are
BLK
you
lives matter.
thinking, so your problem might not actually be with DC, your problem might be with humans overall. So why aren't we addressing the human condition? Hmm? Why
Because
is man killing man?
well,
Thank you,
they
Mr.
do,
Itchy.
and it's always happened, throughout the span of time. That's true. But
Really? You
yeah,
don't say. Mm-hmm. But
yeah,
what?
but okay, there's certain cities
Mm-hmm.
where it's disproportionately going down. Those
Okay.
cities, yeah, we need and it's a great job that he's doing to crack down on those cities.
Okay, so
You
where
know,
does
because you
DC
might
rank
say thirty
nationally
percent.
then?
You might say 30% lower or whatever, but that might be 200
It
people.
was 35%
Well,
lower, by the way,
35%
and a
out of
30-year low.
math
So my
numbers
question for
guy.
you is, where does DC actually rank nationally?
I have no idea.
You don't know. Okay, you don't know what the number one violent city or even like the top five, maybe top
It,
20 is.
it
Bitch,
might be
I'm a
where I'm
dog.
from. It might
Where
be
you
where I'm
from?
from, Memphis, Tennessee. It might be here. You
Mm-hmm.
know, it might be here, and
Mm-hmm.
it goes down. It's horrible. You know, just even seeing one of those acts take place. There was a local rapper here that the video was going viral, and the way that these people carried it out, just one is enough for me to have
Thank you,
them call
Shauna.
in the National Guard. It's just it's crazy. So you know, a percentage, yeah, maybe it's going down, but one is too
So my
much.
question for you would be, if you have such a problem with the city that you're in, Memphis, right? And that's in Tennessee, of course. Why isn't Donald Trump threatening to send the National Guard to Tennessee? Like, what's that about? Why is he only focusing on cities like Baltimore and Chicago? Why is he only focusing on there? Why is he always
Because their
calling out
numbers,
Pritzker and Moore?
it seems like their numbers are higher. Their
How
numbers
are
are
their
astronomical.
how are their
So yeah,
numbers
deal with
higher
them.
though? Wait, I'm sorry. Sorry, like I literally just asked you which one is the most violent city, and you said probably my city, Memphis, and now you're
Right.
saying that Baltimore and Chicago are likely astronomical. Do you have anything to substantiate that, sir?
No, I do not as far as like
Is just your
numbers, but
feelings?
no, not feelings, but this
Oh,
is what
okay.
you hear on the news. You know, it's always Memphis, St. Louis, Chicago. They call it Chirac. You know,
Yeah, it ain't been called that
Baltimore.
for years, but you go on.
Yeah, you know, and this is horrible. You know,
Mm-mm.
I love my brethren. I
Oh,
love my BLK people, and for this to be
you can
going
say
down,
black. You can say black people. It's okay.
okay, I just don't want to, violate your
I
lives or
appreciate
anything.
you. I appreciate you, but you can
You
say
know,
black people. It's cool. It's cool.
yeah, and for this to be going on unchecked is just preposterous to me. So for him to
Hold
come
on one
in,
moment. Hey, the bowl. I'm sorry, I gotta read this. Shout what is that? Oh, shout out to Untamed Chaos for the $5 super chat on YouTube. He said, Ninja, this ain't Taco Bell. I don't know what that means. Bitch, I'm a dog. It's a lot happening right now in the bowl. Thank you so much for bearing through. Thank you, Jonesy. Thank you, Chaos, for that $5 super chat. Okay, guys, if you want to support the live, the best way to do so is via the pay links in the bio. Um, Everything with Erica is the name, PayPal and Venmo. I also have a Zelle, everything with Erica9 at gmail.com. Also, guys, if you're watching on YouTube, best way to support the lives by sending a super chat like Hector and Chaos have done. I thank you all so very much. I appreciate y'all. All right, so Bold. Here's the thing, though, buddy, is that a lot of the things that you've said thus far are feelings based. All right.
facts.
I'm just gonna be honest with you, and this is not a slight against you. All right. I don't too much care about feelings. I don't. All right. I want to stick to what we actually can control and what is actually within the bounds of the law and the Constitution of the United States of America. All right. Because with that being said, Donald Trump's attacking and threatening cities like Chicago and Baltimore, all right, have everything to do with who runs those states and also with who runs those cities. Both mayors, Westmore in Maryland, Pritzker in Illinois, along with both Brandons, one named Johnson in Chicago and another named Scott out there in Baltimore, have vehemently spoken against Trump and what it is that he's trying to do. Whereas neither of these cities, well, Baltimore does sit in the top 10, but their crime rates are going down. We do have the evidence to show that due to Brandon Scott's new community policing and intervention policies that he's implementing in the city. We actually see that Baltimore is experiencing a 50-year low in crime, which is absolutely wonderful and should be commended. Also, in regards to Chicago, we see that their violent crime rate has also gone down. So, with that being said, if we have cities like Memphis and New Orleans, all right, in Republican ran states, why isn't Donald Trump addressing crime in those states, in those cities? Do you have an idea? Can you help us understand?
Well, it seems like he's going from city to city. He's not just taking on all the cities at once. So give him time.
When did he mention a city in a red state?
Well, he's not going to mention all cities in the United States. He's going to mention, the ones that he highlights in his maybe notes or his brain. But I don't expect him to list off all cities in the United States. He's going to list off, 2 to 3
But you
while
don't
he's
actually he
conversating
he he
to
mentioned
media.
off he mentioned more than 2 or 3. He actually believe he mentioned 7 of them.
Yeah,
7 or 8 of them.
yeah, but there's
And
many more than 7. He's not going to just rattle them off. Just
why
he's
isn't
going
he
from city to
mentioning
city.
the cities though? But why isn't he mentioning cities that actually have the highest violent crime rates, where crime actually is running rampant? Like, do you understand? What do you understand the question that's being asked? I'm asking that
I do.
sincerely. You do? Okay. All right. So why is it that you don't want to say because they're red
Well, you
states?
have a theory.
Hmm.
You have a theory, and I respect your theory. But he's going after cities that are riddled with crime. Okay, we all know that
How
Chicago, being
how can my
Chirac,
s- how
is
can my
definitely one of them.
city
DC is
how,
one as
how
well.
can my city be riddled with crime, all right, if my per capita, all right, is lower than the number one, and even lower than the one that's listed at listed at 20.
I would
That's what
like
I'm
to
trying to
hear
make
numbers.
sense.
I want to hear numbers, not
Okay,
percentages.
sure.
It went
Got
down
you.
20%. It went down 35%. I want to hear numbers.
Got you.
Numbers is what matters to me.
Okay. Because if
Give
numbers
me some
matter to
numbers.
you, then why can't you tell us the numbers right now? What
No,
is
that's
what's the
not.
per capita murder rate out there in DC then? Because you just
I
said
have
numbers matter to you.
I have no idea, but
Then how do numbers matter
one
to
or
you, then,
two
dear?
is too many. I saw this viral clip of this local rapper that was pew
You're
pew
talking about Young
down.
Dolph. We get it. Oh my
No, no, it's
gosh.
not Dolph. It's not Dolph. It's a
Okay.
recent one. I own a print shop here, and I had to print his funeral posters. It was 6 of them. His name was C Money, and the way that this gentleman was gunned down. I'm sorry, was pew pew down. It was just that one enough. I'd say, hey, send some people up in here because these people are crazy. It's not it. I need to hear some numbers. It's one is too many. I mean, I know a lot of people are numb to
You're
this
saying
and they're
one is
used to
too
this.
many? Like,
Yes, it
so then your
is.
problem actually, okay, your problem actually wouldn't be crime. It would be the human condition. You're not understanding exactly what it is that you're saying out of your mouth. Because of the simple fact is that you don't, you
That
can't
was a little
over police
hyperbolic,
people. You
okay?
can't, you can't over police people into not committing crime. All right. So Donald Trump right now has the guard in DC. All right. He has the guard in DC costing $30 a month because it costs about $1 million a day to have them there. So who's paying for it? That's a whole nother story. We don't even have to talk about that. So I'm going to go back to this. What happens when the guard leaves? Because right now, 69% of DC residents do not feel safe with the guard there. That number is likely to
That's not the
increase.
numbers I heard.
That if you read the Washington Post did a survey in
Mhm.
DC, and 69% of those surveys said they do not feel safe with the guard there. Only 17% said that they feel safe with the guard there.
That's not what I just heard on the radio. I
What did you
promise.
hear on the radio? What was the source?
On the radio, it was telling it
What was
was
the
they
source?
broke it down. It was well, it's a radio station here in Memphis, 97.1. You know,
Where were
they
they
were
reading
saying,
from?
sorry.
Where were they reading from?
I don't
What's
know
the
where
name
they
of
were
the
reading from.
survey?
I just heard it on the radio. I
And
don't
then
know their
find it
source.
and tell us.
Yeah, I don't
Because I
know
just
their
told you
sources.
mine, the
Yeah.
Washington Post.
I just told you mine.
No, you heard it on
97.1
a
Memphis,
radio
Tennessee.
station. So
Right.
you heard it from a
Well,
third
if you
party.
regard that,
The
it's,
Washington Post is
you didn't
first
do the
because
survey.
no, they are primary
You heard it from
because
somebody else too.
the Washington Post would be the primary source because they're the ones that conducted the survey. So
Right.
I'm not going to sit here, all right, while you read from your Trust Me Bro notebook. All
It's not
right.
no
I
trust
want
me, bro.
you, no. What I want you to do, all right, is tell us where that survey came from.
97.1 is where I heard it
That's
from.
not the
And
source,
it said,
dear. That's where you
well,
heard it. That's
that
not
is
the
the source that
source.
I
My
heard it
God,
from.
today.
What are you talking
I'm
about?
trying. I'm trying here with you, the bold. I'm trying. I promise you, I'm trying.
Trying
Again,
what?
everything that you've said so far, love, has definitely been based on your
Man, this is
feelings.
a
All
left
right.
leaning
Donald Trump is
media.
literally putting. He's literally putting the country, all right, in a constitutional crisis again.
Not
Okay.
true.
Okay. So tell us, what authority does Donald Trump have to send the National Guard to different states?
Well, he did, and he's doing it.
What
And there's
authority?
been no
What
homicides in
authority?
10 days in DC.
What?
That is
Okay, DC, first
unprecedented,
of all, is
and
not a
and
state.
not even
DC is a city.
not even heard of.
Okay.
Right, of the
Okay.
city. No,
Okay.
no
Okay.
homicides in 10
Okay.
days. That's great news, and it's sad that it took the National Guard to be present for that to even happen. That's crazy.
Is this real?
That needs to happen. Because everybody seems to be numb from black people killing each other, offing each other, and everybody's okay
Oh,
with
so
that.
it's just
I'm not
black
okay
people
with
doing the
that.
killing. That's what we're doing? It's just black
I'm
people
not
doing the
okay with
killing?
that. Well, the
And then what you're saying
majority,
is black people
a
doing the
lot
killing?
of it, a lot disproportionately.
No, it's not
Yes,
disproportionately, sir.
disproportionately.
No, it's not.
Yes.
Actually,
Okay.
if you look at the numbers, all right, per the FBI, all right, intra-racial, which means amongst the same race, white folks and black folks are running neck and neck when it comes
Yeah.
to
Give me
intraracial.
numbers. Give me
Okay,
numbers.
so
If
there's
one,
that. All right,
if two
it's
white people off each
literally
other
neck
and
and neck.
100 BLKs
So
kill
there
each
we
other,
go.
that is not an even thing.
Oh my
If
gosh! So did you
two
just
of
come
them
here
do
to
that
do that?
and
To
100
this is what
people
you
do
came here
that,
to do?
that is not
Okay,
an
got
even
it.
thing.
Got you.
That's
All right,
crazy.
cool. All right, that's what you came to
We
do.
know we're disproportionately affected. Don't act like we're
I'm
not.
sorry. You're black?
Of course I am. Yeah.
Could have fooled me. Didn't know that.
Well, I don't know who
Didn't
could have
know
been
that.
fooled. You hear my voice?
I don't know. I never heard sounding black before. What does that mean?
Okay.
Didn't know you
Well,
could
what
sound
does that
black.
mean? Well, maybe you're just wet
So
behind the ears, but you know what it
you
is.
literally believe that black folks, our people, are out here. You've fallen into that, and you actually believe that black folks are
We're
out here unaliving each
disproportionate
other.
by pew
No,
pew
what we are
gun violence. We are.
disproportionately affected by, unfortunately, is poverty. What we're disproportionately affected by, all right, is systemic hurdles
It's
in our
pew
way.
pew violence.
What we're also disproportionately
Keep running
affected
away from the
by is
truth
being
all you want.
unalived by police. What we're disproportionately affected by is disparities in education.
Yeah, you can say all that
So
all you want, but
I am
but you
saying
know
all
the
that
truth.
because it's actually all true. So that's why I'm
No, that's
saying
not
that.
the truth. You're
It is
bending
the truth.
numbers
Tell us where it's not the truth. All right. It
because
is
we're disproportionately
2025.
affected.
And as recently as 2023, we had banks being sued by the Department of Justice for redlining. Do you know what redlining is?
Ma'am, we're talking about
Do you know what
violence.
redlining is? You're
Why are you
saying that
switching the
these
goalposts?
disparities aren't true. I'm not moving any goalposts. The goalpost is firmly
Why are you
planted.
talking about redlining? We
No,
talking about
you want to
violence.
talk about the violence in the black community, but you
It's
don't want to
crazy.
talk about the causes as to why. You just want to get up here and you want to say black people bad. Black people like to kill each other. That's what you want to
I
do.
said we're disproportionately affected.
That's literally what you are doing. And you're justifying Donald Trump sending in armed National Guardsmen into the
Yes, because
District
it's
of
helping.
Columbia,
It's
where
help. It
people
helps.
are afraid to even sit on their stoops and
Yeah,
enjoy
if
the
you're
fucking
doing
weather.
if you're
They're
doing something
afraid to
bad,
just exist because they're being harassed by federal agents just for recording their surroundings. Children have to play in areas where darn on National Guardsmen and DEA and ATF agents are walking around armed. And you
Yes,
think that that is okay. You think that
that
people's
is
civil
okay.
liberties being taken away from them is okay.
Stabilities are
So
not being
let's
taken
get
away
back to
from
it
them.
because I
It's
really don't
not.
care about your answer. Let's get back to it. Answer my question because the District of Columbia is different than every single other city here in the United States. You know why? Because it does not lie within a state. The DC is not a state. So again, I'm going to ask you the question and I want you to answer it. What justification does Donald Trump have and what law can he use to go into cities like Baltimore and Chicago? Answer the question.
He's gonna do it, right? So he's doing it. I
I
don't
swear to
care
God.
what legal
I swear to
ramifications
God.
or paperwork or whatever. He's doing it. So and that's that on that. So apparently he has the power to do it. So he's
He
doing
does
it, and
not
it
have the
needs to be
power to do
done.
it. He
Well,
doesn't have
he
the
did
power
it.
to
He
do
did
it.
it in DC.
No,
Apparently he
silly
does.
pants, because DC does not have the same governance as a state does. Do
Well,
you
they
not
got plans on
understand
doing it
that? Do
in
you not
Chicago.
understand the makeup? What
I
he
don't. I
used
don't.
in
I'm not a
DC
law
is the
person. I'm
home
not
rule.
a
You don't have to
lawyer.
be
I'm
a
not a
law person, but if you're
congressman.
going to
I don't
come onto
care about
these
none of that.
panels and try to advocate for these things, I need you not to be an ultra crepidarian. All right?
I don't even
If
know what
you
that means.
that know what that means, it means
What's
shoemaker
that?
make shoe. Stick to what you know. That's what it means.
I
Stick to what you
know
know.
that that needs to be done.
You
I
don't
know
know
that.
what you know. You have no idea, my friend.
You have no idea.
None
You're trying to
whatsoever. None.
intellectualize yourself
I'm not trying
into
to intellectualize anything.
this crap.
You
You know,
don't
we got
know.
cities
You don't
that are
know that
burning up.
DC is not a state, my guy. Like,
Look,
what are we doing here? What
who
are we
told you?
really
I didn't tell
doing?
you DC was a state.
Yes, you did.
No, I did not.
You said he
No,
did it
I
in
didn't.
DC. He
Yeah,
did it
he
in
did it in
DC.
DC.
No,
He did it in
because
DC. Did I say it was a
sir,
state? I didn't say that.
sir. Listen,
What are you talking about?
DC has something called the Home Rule Act. All right, it was signed, I believe, in 1976. All right, it gives the people of DC the ability to govern themselves within that Home
Apparently,
Rule
they were
Act.
doing a bad
Can you
job.
be quiet, please?
No.
All right, within that Home Rule Act, okay, it allows for the President of the United States to mobilize the National Guard and to also federalize the police department in DC. All right. That is what the Home Rule Act is. And
Okay.
is only applicable to DC. Now, in states like Illinois and Maryland, even the one you live in Tennessee, the President of the United States cannot deploy the National Guard within those states' limits,
Well,
states'
I hope he
boundaries, whatever
does.
you want to say. I am talking. Thank you. I'm trying to explain it to you so that you
Yeah.
can understand. Okay. Okay. I'm just trying to explain it to you so that you can understand it. Okay.
I'm trying to understand what needs to
So
be done. Needs to be
so
done.
what you need to understand is that he cannot
I
do
don't
this.
need. I don't
He
need to
can't.
understand that.
You don't
I
need to
know what he
understand it.
should be
So you
doing.
want to stay. So you're willfully ignorant, is what
No,
you
yeah,
are.
I am willfully
You
ignorant,
are
and he needs to.
willfully ignorant. You are
He
just
needs to
what
do
Donald
what he
Trump
needs to
wants. The
do.
poorly
He needs to
educated.
do what he needs to
Got
do.
it.
He needs
Got
to, he needs
it.
to do what he
Got
needs
it.
to
Hey,
do
DeBo, can I
because
let you
these
know something
cities
really
are
quick?
burning up. These cities are burning up. It doesn't
Oh,
matter how
that
you
was some great water. It's
intellectualize
so
it.
nice and
What
cold.
needs to be done
Hey,
needs to be done.
Bold. Hey, Bold, can I let you know something really quick? I just
No,
want to let you know.
actually,
I'm gonna
no.
let
I'm
you know
okay
something.
with that.
There you go.
And I don't hate you.
Right.
I just hate all of the choices that you make. Because those are the choices that bitch ass niggas make.
Mm-hmm.
That's all.
That's all. That's all. Get the fuck on. All right, guys. Woo, Lord. Jeez, that dude was. Once you admit to me that you are okay with being willfully ignorant, then by all means, you can exit stage left. I don't want you here. Goodbye. Absolutely, like, bye. Like, please leave. And don't let the door hit you where the good Lord split you. Ain't no fucking way. Ain't no way, chat. Ain't no way. What are we doing? What are we doing here? It's getting on my nerves. Like, what is happening? I can't take it anymore. These people are ridiculous. And they always want to talk about their feelings. And I'm not a therapist. I'm not a therapist, guys. I'm not. All right? I'm not your mama. I'm not your girlfriend. I'm not your wife. I'm not your mistress. I'm not none of that shit. All right? Go talk to them if you want to talk about your feelings. Coming up here, let's talk about facts. Okay, let's talk about facts. Please. Please. Like, it's a fact. You're fucking deplorable. All right. So, anyway, if you voted for Donald Trump, go ahead and get in the box. Get in the box. All right. Get in the box. And also, guys, let's keep tapping that screen, sharing the live. Let's keep doing all of the good things. All right. I'm going to go ahead and reset our gift goal. Thank you so much for knocking out those tiny dinies. I appreciate y'all. All right. I think I'm going to go with something I don't normally go with, which is donuts. I'm going to try donuts today, guys. All right. So let's go ahead and knock out those donuts. Also, guys, shout out to my girl Gucci for the $5. Gucci said he apparently thinks it's okay for the felon Trump to break the law because of the imaginary black on black crime. Exactly. Exactly. All right. Because as long as Trump says it's real, then by all means, guys, it must be true because Donald Trump never lies. He never lies. All right. And with that, guys, we're actually 135 away from our daily donation goal. 135 away from our daily donation goal. It's the best way to support the live. Pay links are in the bio. Everything with Erica is the name, PayPal and Venmo. Also have a Zelle, everything with Erica9@gmail.com. And guess what, guys? If you're on YouTube, the best way to support is going to be via a super chat. Guys, I can do super chats now. Look at that. That's so awesome. All right. So thank you so very much. Thank you so very much for all the love, the support, the encouragement, and most definitely the engagement, guys. All right. Now, with that being said, let's see what we have here. I think I'm being told to check Discord, so I'm going to give it a try. Joe is here. We have a lot going on today. What is it? Oh, I don't know what that is. All right, let's see if there's another one that wants to talk over me. Okay. Hi. I'm not gonna call you that. Do you have a name that I can call you?
Call me Bare Chest.
I'm not gonna call you that either. Did your mom name you something, or your dad? Maybe your grandpa or grandmother. Did they name you something?
Well, my name right here is Megawin.
I don't want to say that.
Why can't you just respect his name?
Because I don't want to. I'm just asking. Is there another name? I call you dude. Is that, you know what, Natalie? I would just call you dude.
Call me sir. If you want to call me anything, call me sir.
I'll just call you dude. So, dude, I think you voted for Donald Trump. Did you vote for Donald Trump?
Yes, I did.
Okay. All right. Fantastic. All right. K-Mac, did you vote for Donald Trump?
100% did.
Okay. All right. Fantastic. All right. So K-Mac and MAGA win. Guess what? I think you both are deplorable based on your vote. You get to prove me wrong. We're going to start with Dude because Dude was here first. All right. So Dude, all right. Why did you vote for Donald Trump?
Is it Megawin or who?
It's Dude. I know. Sometimes players fuck up, bro. I fucked up. My bad.
Well,
I meant Dude.
Trump can enact the Insurrection Act.
What would be his justification for enacting the Insurrection Act?
Well, there's the reason would be because the states cannot protect citizens' constitutional rights.
Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to giggle. I kind of did, but go on, explain yourself. You have the floor.
Well, the states like Chicago, the city like Chicago and the state of Illinois, they cannot protect their residents, particularly the black residents in those black communities. There's a lot of crime. We know a lot of the
okay, I just want to, before you get going, hold on, before you get going on this, quick question for you. Does crime, shut up. Does crime,
we know there's a lot of
crime only happen in black communities? Like, because y'all keep talking about crime in black communities.
Well, let's focus on the black community first.
Yeah, no, we're going to focus on crime in general.
Because we know there's a lot of high crime in black
communities. If he is going to implement the Insurrection Act, as you said, all right, it would have to be that the crime, all right, is overrunning the city. All right, that would have to be the reason, right? Okay.
Are you safe in Chicago?
Hey, chat. Guess what? It's not a reason though, but let's just play along.
Are you safe?
Not a reason.
Would you be safe walking in a black neighborhood in Chicago at night?
Yeah, I was doing that actually in June.
What neighborhood?
We were down by 80. I'm not from Chicago, so we were down by 87th and something. It was like right off the interstate. It was like near a Harold's Chicken. Because I was taking my kid to a Harold's Chicken.
That's not a dangerous area though. So you wouldn't.
I don't know.
Dangerous areas.
Okay, sure. But K-Mac, here's the thing. We're not talking to you. So I'm going to do this thing, K-Mac. All right. I let you up because one of my mods asked to let you up. I'm going to ask that you stay on mute while I talk to dude. If you can't stay on mute while I talk to dude, I'm going to let you, hey, dude, if you can't control yourself too, all right, what's going to happen is you going to leave also.
Let's talk about crime.
All right. So K-Mac.
Don't be afraid.
Let's get back to it. All right. If you can't behave yourself, K-Mac, what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop you and I'll bring you up once dude is gone. Oh, see, K-Mac, see, that's the thing, K-Mac. You didn't fucking listen. Now you're not here anymore. Okay. Oh, good grief. Jeez Louise. Oh, God, I just want everyone to behave themselves. Okay? That's all I'm asking. Be quiet. I'm still talking. You hush. Please, I'm begging you.
You feel safe in the room with that microphone, but I've never seen you walk.
I'm at home, nigga. Of course I feel safe. I'm at home.
I never seen you
talking about.
I never seen.
How would you see me walking the thing? Have you seen everybody walking something? Like what you're about to say is stupid. It's stupid, okay? Don't say anything stupid. All right? Guys, keep tapping the screen, sharing the live, keep doing all of the good things. All of the good things. All right, now, dude, say something smart.
Well, under the Insurrection Act, the state authorities
talk on the back of his throat
cannot protect their citizens, and we knew that for a long time. We knew that even during Obama years. The people in Chicago voted for Obama because they thought that Obama was going to help them. He didn't. So the crime continued, right? We all know that.
What about between 2017 and January of 2021? Was crime high in Chicago then?
I don't remember.
You don't remember, but you remember that it was during the Obama years that it was high?
I remember when everybody voted for Obama. I remember when everybody voted for Obama and he did nothing.
Oh, okay. We can say that Trump did nothing in his first term. What the hell are you doing?
Wait,
what are we doing?
Hold on. Trump is coming and you're crying about it.
I'm sorry. The point that you just made was that Obama didn't do anything. I'm sorry. Nothing. You're going to stop over talking me. I am so very serious. I am so serious.
Well, you don't let me finish.
All right? If you want to be a petulant child, you can leave. All right? You are not needed here. You can go. Stop doing that. I'm asking you kindly and I'm asking you nicely. Do not interrupt me again. Thank you. As I was saying, your argument was that crime was high under Obama and Obama did nothing about it. And crime is apparently high now in Chicago. So Trump is doing something about it. But my question to you is, if Obama came before Donald Trump and today in August, crime is still high in Chicago, according to you, why didn't Trump do anything in his first term?
Because he was busy with the fake Russia.
I'm not sure who did that. I didn't even see who did it. But go ahead. The floor is yours.
Your client wants to mute me.
My hands are right here. The phone is right here.
No, you're
right
moderator.
Here. Okay. Anywho, the floor is yours. The moderator has been told not to mute you.
Yeah, you're asking why Trump did not do anything in this first term, right? Is that your question?
Yes.
Let's make sure we understand that. It's because Trump was busy with the Russia scandal, which was all fake. His time was used up in that first time. So now he's here, right? Now you're complaining that he's going to do something, right? So when he goes into Chicago, you're going to be screaming every day. But the fact is that Obama,
sounds like feelings.
But the fact is, with Obama, 8 years in office, Chicago thought that he was going to do something for Chicago. And he didn't do jack shit. And you know that.
I don't remember Obama running on a platform of helping Chicago, but you know what? Your fan fiction, if that's what you believe, bro, by all means, you believe that. All right. Anywho, weird.
You gotta look at
people. Strange people. Anywho, no, what Donald Trump is doing is actually manufacturing something right now. He has absolutely no reason whatsoever to go into Chicago, because based on the crime stats, all right, robberies in Chicago are down by 35%. All right, homicides are down by more than 30% actually, and shootings are down by 40%. All right, this is according to the Chicago Police Department. All right, because they're the ones who have to take in the reports of the actual crimes that are actually happening. So there's that. So those are those numbers. You show me some stats where it says that crime is higher in Chicago, please. Other than coming from Donald Trump's mouth, show us something.
But you're saying the crime is down in Chicago as well, right? For some reason, since Trump is trying to get...
I didn't say as well. We're literally talking about Chicago.
Well, the first time you said D.C. So for some reason...
We were talking about D.C. with the other guy. You and I have been talking about Chicago.
Look at, for some reason...
Follow along the conversation, my guy.
I'm following. Don't worry about me.
Might be better than this.
For some reason...
Come on, dude.
For some reason, Trump is going to these cities, and magically, the crime rate is down. How is that?
Magically, the crime rate is down. Could it be that we have armed DEA and ATF agents walking around? Could it be that now we have armed National Guardsmen walking around? People are afraid to come out of their homes. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You're acting as if the daily lives of people in Chicago, in DC, hasn't been affected. And I like how you're trying to pivot over to DC. We're talking about Chicago. So I'm going to ask you again. No, I'm going to ask you again. Provide some proof, aka substantiate your claim that crime is rampant in Chicago. You can do it, dude. Go do it.
I don't have access.
Give it to us. Give it to us. Now this time I am muting you. You have a phone. You can teacup. Go get it. Thank you. All right. Hey Hector. Hey Liv.
After he responds, can I make a point real quick?
Oh, most Erica. Liv. Oh, well, Hector, you can make a point because he's looking for stats that he's not going to be able to get. So, well, Hector, you can't teacup.
Got you. So the point that I did want to make is Obama and Biden, mind you, did actually run off handling crime, specifically in Chicago, or at least something that would have directly impacted crime in Chicago, considering so much of it is via firearms. And they both spearheaded comprehensive firearm reform that Republicans all voted against and wouldn't even give the time of day. So you're actually wrong on that front. Both the Obama administration and the Biden administration did want to directly impact violence into Chicago areas, and Republicans don't care for that.
All right, and since Hector just finished speaking, and thank you so much for that, Hector, because they were able to actually reduce the amount of firearms there, and actually to this day, they're still doing so. Crime is on a downward trend in Chicago.
Here's the stats right here.
But hold on one moment.
I got your stats.
Okay, great, fantastic. I'm glad to hear it. Thanks. One moment, please. I beg. All right. Shout out to Blue Canary for the $11. The 11 is 2. For the $2 YouTube super chat, I got to learn how to do math over here. For the $2 YouTube super chat that she called a tip. And then for the $10 super chat where she said, I had to send more than Hector and the $2 was a tip. Thank you so much. Drop some hearts in the chat for Blue Canary, y'all. Thank you so very much. I appreciate you, love. All right. So if I'm doing my math correctly, all right, we're now at 123 away from our daily donation goal. 123 away. Pay links are in the bio. Everything with Erica is the name. PayPal and Venmo. Also have a Zelle. Everything with Erica9@gmail.com. And guys, with that being said, if you're on YouTube and you want to show love, you can now send super chats, and we also have memberships. A membership on YouTube gives you access to so much, but it also gives you access to our Discord. I know you all were asking about that over there. So shout out to my tubers. All right, guys, hope to see you in the Discord. All right, Liv, did you want to say anything before he gives us the stats? Nope. All right, excuse me. Go ahead, dude. Dude, where are you pulling your stats from? The floor is yours. Dude. Okay, I guess we'll play the whole music. I don't
I'll
know.
also say real quick, there are 457 people here in the live right now. Y'all heard Erica. We are celebrating the W's on YouTube today. And one of the great ways you can support the platform real quick, I know a lot of you probably like TikTok. I prefer TikTok streams over YouTube streams. But if you can take a moment just to go to Everything with Erica on YouTube, like the stream, make one comment just to boost some engagement and come right back to TikTok. There's 468 of you in here now. I think I can get at least 200 of you guys to go do that just to help boost the live on the YouTube algorithm. Appreciate y'all.
You're good, thank you. I don't know who just said sorry, but if it was dude, you should be. If it was Hector,
Here's-
you're good. All right.
Hello?
Also, guys, shout out to Lindsay for the $15. Thank you so much, Lindsay, for the 15. Lindsay said, Lindsay said the immediate crash outs today on UN Santana's live. Jesus fucking Christ. I know
Here's your
that's right.
stats.
They're unhinged. I know you're so ready to read them. When it was your turn to read them, you didn't want to read them. Now you have to wait. Look at you. Calm down. All right. Also, thank you to Derek for the $5 for the fire emoji. I'll take it. Thank you guys so very much. All right, guys. We're now 103 away from our daily donation goal. Thank you all so very much. Draw some hearts in the chat for all of our donors tonight, guys. All right. So I'm going to try one more time with you, dude. Where did you get the stats from?
From ABC Chicago.
ABC Chicago. Okay. ABC
New York-
Chicago.
And New York Post. Okay, so
New
573.
York Post. Where did the New York Post get the stats from?
ABC 7 Chicago and New York Post.
But where did the New York Post get it? Because the New York Post isn't a reputable source. It's basically a tabloid. So where are they getting the stats from? It should be a link in there for you.
Well, your stats was from Washington Post, and that newspaper is anti-Trump.
It's not anti-Trump.
She literally pulled up Chicago crime statistics from
Well,
the police
the
department.
homicide
He's
was
talking about the survey.
573. Was
Oh, that's not crime
573
statistics.
in
Oh my God.
2024, right? Is that considered high or low to you?
It depends on the per capita.
This for city of Chicago, 573 homicides.
Okay.
Is that high?
What's the per capita?
Well, I don't know
You're
what the-
talking about in 2024, and we're talking about now where they're actually experiencing a 35% decline in homicides. So I'm trying to understand what your point is. And where are you getting those numbers from is the question. You can't say you're getting them from ABC Chicago and New York
ABC 7
Post.
Chicago.
They
and
had
New
to
York
get it
Post.
from somewhere else. So where are they getting the numbers from?
Well, so I'm giving you.
This
I'm
would be a
giving you some
tertiary
stats.
source.
I'm giving you some stats, and I have to dig further.
Go ahead. Dig further
So
then.
now-
Within the
so-
article that you're reading, there should be links there
Between-
for you that should take you back. Oh, wow.
Okay,
That's
so-
so cool. Thank you. I might try that hairstyle out. There
So
should be a link. Where's the link?
2024, 573 homicide in Chicago.
Okay. Oh, my God.
Right?
Guys, all I'm
June is
asking,
192. Do you
all I'm
consider that a
asking
drop?
for,
Is that
all I'm
considered a drop?
asking for is where are you getting the numbers from? What is the primary source on these numbers? And that way we all can
Either
look
source, you
into
can
it.
look it up if you
But
want.
it's like, no, all I got is ABC Chicago and New York Post.
Okay.
What's the name of the article? When was it published? Like this is the thing. This is how I know you guys aren't used to actually doing any research. Because if Hector said something, I could say, Hector, what's your source? You know what
I gave you
Hector's
the
going to
source,
say?
though.
Hector, no. Hector's going to
ABC
tell
7
me
Chicago.
what the actual source is.
Now, when
and
you
he'll
mentioned
likely even
Washington
tell
Post,
me the
you didn't-
date of it.
When you
No,
mentioned
silly
Washington
buddy.
Post,
No silly pants. What's the name of the article?
Wait, hold on. When you mentioned
What I have
Washington
typed
Post,
here,
Wait,
I have typed here, and I
when you
told you what the
mentioned-
Washington Post did, because the Washington
when you
Post
mentioned Washington
is
Post,
the
you
one
didn't
who
give any other
conducted
information.
the survey. All right, getting crime stats and doing a
the source-
survey are different things.
the
You
source
don't
is
let's try
understand
something.
stuff.
Police superintendent.
Win. Let's try something.
His name is Dude.
So
So you're going.
I read an
you're
article.
going
I read
under,
Win.
name
I
is
read an
Dude.
article 2
Source
days
and a
ago.
source.
Okay, got you, dude. I read an article 2 days ago. 2 days ago, it was from The Onion that showed that there was 674 BOMB threats in the state of Indiana alone. Did you know that?
Wait, stick.
676 BOMB threats in the state of Indiana. So then what I went to do is then I went to their actual police department and their state statistics, right, to see these threats because they would have been reported. They would have been assessed by a BOMB threat team.
Forget the threats.
SWAT would have got involved, right? So then I went to the police department, and guess what I found out? The police department did not reflect these statistics. So then I realized something really quick. I was like, oh, the Onion isn't crime statistics. So therefore, whatever the Onion says wouldn't be a source. It's just a news network, allegedly, it's not, that would report on alleged news. So there's a difference between news networks talking about something and sources for the things that they're talking about. Not to mention, the Onion is a joke, but I just brought it up just to make this point. So you saying ABC, a news network reporting on something, isn't the same as the actual crime and statistics of said crimes in the area. Do you understand what we're trying to say now? So somewhere in that article, if ABC7 doesn't have a source that would directly link you to said crime statistics, then they don't exist. They would have gotten that from something. You understand what I'm saying?
Neither does the Washington D.C., right? The DOJ.
Washington D.C.
Wait, the
literally,
DOJ
you type
led
in
by
D.C. crime statistics. Now I'm going to mute you because you're pissing me off. Washington D.C. You can go to D.C. crime statistics, and all of their statistics are reported directly from their departments. So your point is moot. Your point is moot. There's a difference between DC reporting their own crime from their own departments and literal news networks reporting on something that may or may not have happened because they have no source. The Washington Post or Journal, whatever Erica just cited, directly related their sources from individual police departments in Chicago and other areas. What you're saying is ABC just said it. So let's try this again. The article that you're reading from on the crime that they're reporting from should have a source and a link to what you're talking about. Can you find it? Can you find it?
Wait, let's clarify.
In the article that you're referencing, it should have a source to the crime that you're saying. Can you find it? Or better yet, give me the name of the article and I'll just do it myself.
I already gave you guys the name.
What's the name? Go ahead and say it again.
Wait, hold on. The
That's all I was
DOJ.
asking him for.
Give me the name. No. Give me the name. I just need the name.
investigating
I just need the name. I just need the name. I just need the name.
Falsifying.
Just need the name. I just need the name. All I need is the name. All I need is the name of the article. Go ahead and provide that to me, please.
There goes a mute.
Yes, because you're not giving me the name of the article and you keep over-talking people, providing no substance. So please go ahead and give me the name of the article.
Everybody.
Please go. You literally said ABC7. You literally said ABC7 Chicago. So just go ahead and give me the name of that article that you're reading, please. Unless you're just making it up.
What's the name of the article, dude?
He went out of his way to find it. I'm just asking for the name. Just give me the name.
That's what I was asking also. That's why I was like, okay, all I have here is ABC Chicago and New York Post. What is the name of the article? And then he just kept reading the stat. I'm like, hey, name of the article. And now we're here. Okay, let's play some home music, guys.
Lose the data that I had here. I just want to finish the homicide in Chicago.
You had all this rambling, all this time, and you still can't give me a name.
So when you say that
that's the name of the article, sir,
you still can't give me the name of what you're sourcing. Okay, all right, so I'm gonna give you like 30 more seconds to provide the name, and if you can't, I'm gonna assume you completely pulled it out of your ass. 30, 29, 28,
Chicago,
27,
573 homicide,
25, 24. Oh, you're reading from something. Oh, that's crazy. You're still reading from. Oh my God! It's almost as if you can give the name of the thing that you're literally reading from.
So when you say the homicide,
because you've been going back and forth with you for over 10 fucking minutes, and you still can't provide a name of the article that you're reading. 20, 19.
Hey, everyone.
18, drop
what's the name of the article in the chat, guys?
14,
right here, Eyewitness News, ABC.
12,
Chicago.
11.
Okay, what's the name of the
10,
article?
The name of the article, Chicago, I don't know what the name of it. I told you, Eyewitness News, Channel 7.
Oh my God.
Chicago.
I got a question for you.
Bruh.
I got a question for you, dude.
Well, the thing is, you want to ignore the
I have
homicide.
a question for you, dude.
You want to ignore the homicide in Chicago, and that's why Trump is going in there.
I have a question for you, dude.
This is way too much.
Can I ask my question, please?
Well, confirm the killings. I mean, the
Dude.
homicide in Chicago.
Dude, can I ask my question, please?
Go ahead.
Go ahead,
Okay.
Hector.
Is your idiot brain getting fucked by stupid?
There goes the name calling. One
It's not
first
name
it's
calling.
the muting, and then next is the name calling.
It's not name calling.
But it's
not.
573 homicide in Chicago high. You guys don't want to answer that question, huh? But see, you're complaining that Trump's going to go in there.
You know what?
I can't
love to answer your
substantiate
question.
your claim.
It's
When we
know you got the
confirm
number
that its
from.
existence is real,
guys stumped.
that's
That's
what
what
we've been
happened.
asking for the article for. We're
You guys
asking
got
for
stumped.
the article. We're asking for the article so we can confirm what you're saying, and then we can respond in kind. But because we do not have a source, and you're apparently reading from something that doesn't exist because you can't give us the name of it, you can read you've given us the name of ABC Chicago. That is not the name of an article.
That's the print.
If I type ABC Chicago, I'm going to get several things from today because ABC Chicago is a news network from Chicago that reports on all the news in Chicago. So I can't find what you're talking about because that's not the name of the article that you're reading from. So I'm going to say this one more time, and I'm going to hope that you have enough brain bandwidth to answer the question. Scroll up to the top of the article where you read this alleged 500 and whatever the fuck, and give us the name of the article that you're reading from.
Here's the name of the article.
You haven't had your ashwagandha, have you? This is
600 murders. 600.
Well, that's not the name of the article.
Homicide.
You know what? Be quiet. I need to read this. Shout out to the Queen V. Lee, aka Verna. Thank you so much, Verna, for the $2 super chat. She said comment because Hector said to do this. That's right. We all listen to Hector. Thank you so very much, Verna. I appreciate you, love. Drop some hearts in the chat for Verna, y'all. All right, we're now 101 away from our daily donation goal. 101 away from the daily donation goal. I appreciate each and every last one of y'all. Best way to support the live. Pay links are in the bio. Everything with Erica is the name, PayPal and Venmo. I also have a Zelle. All right, let's keep tapping that screen. Get this up to 150,000 likes. Let's knock out the caps. Show love to the panel. One of my favorite people. Actually, all three of these people are my favorite, but I'm going to say it now. Kiana's my favorite. All right, and Kiana is here.
James, did you find the article? James, is that the article?
Someone actually found the article. Oh my God, we found the article.
Type it in the chat.
We found the article.
Apparently, wow, James. I mean, thank you for actually using your brain and having more bandwidth than this guy. Chicago sees fewer than 600 murders in 2024 for first time since 2019.
Okay, so
I love you, Kiana.
It's 573 homicide high.
Hector's looking at the article. I missed the article name. I'm be perfectly honest with you, dude. You didn't tell us the article name though. Someone in the chat did, so I have to scroll up through the chat.
I read that article name to you
because you. Well, if you did, I wasn't listening. My apologies. What is it again?
Well, there you go.
No,
what is
no,
it
he
again?
Didn't. No, he didn't.
I didn't think he did.
Upon us asking him several fucking times afterwards, you would have just repeated yourself. But he didn't. But it's ABC 7 from January 2025.
Okay.
Chicago sees fewer than 600 murders since 2019, carjackings and everything else down.
Okay, so is 600 high or low for 1 year? Tell us. Dude, tell us.
Found it. Let's read.
Do you understand what a loaded question that is? Do you understand what a loaded question that is?
He does not understand.
So let's try this, dude.
You don't want to answer that question.
Is 600 murders in a year high or low compared to another city, considering the heavy population of Chicago?
No, don't compare with other cities.
I have a question.
Several different factors.
Hey, Hector.
Check this out. Yes.
Uh-oh, Hector's on a roll. I'm sorry. I don't want to interrupt you when you're on a roll. I think it's fine.
He's not on a roll. He doesn't want to answer my question.
Hey, Hector. Is 10 murders high?
Oh, got you. So that would depend on several things, Erica. For example, if 10 murders in an area that only harbors 100 people in a small county, that could be concerning because that's literally 10% of the population of the region. But if 10 murders in a place like Austin, Texas is going on, then that would be vastly different because the population of Austin, Texas, at least if we're considering the metropolitan, would be 3.2 million people. So 10 murders would be insignificant. Terrible, but insignificant. So yes, it heavily depends on the regions that it would be in. So say 600 murders in a city like Chicago, which I believe is in the top 10 of the most populated cities in the United States,
Yes.
probably isn't the flex that he thinks it is.
Sure.
Just a thought.
Just a thought. Ain't that something? Ain't that something? Asking questions like that, trying to get someone in a gotcha. I think that's crazy. Why do you want to do gotcha moments?
It's not that bad. That's what you're saying.
I don't think anyone said that.
And that's
I
what
think
the
that's what you're
Democrats
trying to infer.
But-
No, I don't think any Democrat
Well,
has
that's why
said that.
Trump is going in, and he
I don't
cannot
think.
be
Yeah.
stopped.
Yes, he can be stopped.
Who's going to stop him?
Do you? The
Who's gonna stop
Insurrection
him?
Act does not apply here.
Who's going to stop him?
What do you mean? Who's gonna stop him? What
Yeah,
do you?
you
What do you?
said-
What do you? Hold on. Time out. What do you mean by who's gonna stop him? What do you mean?
Who's going to stop Trump from going into Chicago?
What do you mean by that? Like, are
Well,
you
you
asking
said-
who's
you
gonna
said he
stop
can't
him
stop.
legally? Who's gonna stop him by force? Like, what do you mean by who's gonna stop him?
Well, the mayor and the governor of Illinois and Chicago said that everybody needs to rise up against Trump. So that's some kind of a civil disobedience, right?
I don't recall them saying that everyone should rise
Well,
up.
seems like
against
how come you
Trump.
act like you know
When
everything?
did they
else? Now
say
you don't
that?
remember.
When did they say that?
Check it out today. They came out today to do a news conference. They're telling their citizens to rise up against tyranny
When did they say that?
today.
Where'd you read that?
I watched it on the news.
Which news?
I don't remember the news, but they did come out.
What do you remember?
Maybe if you
Exactly.
type in.
That's all I fucking know. That's what I know. What do you remember? Because I want to know.
I just told you. They told the citizens to rise up against tyranny. So they want civil disobedience. But I told
I'm
you.
looking for that quote.
But
I
I
don't
told
see
you
that
Trump
quote
can't-
anywhere.
I told you Trump can't be stopped, and you said yes, he can. So how you
He
think
can be.
stopped?
He
How?
can be stopped.
How?
There are legal. There are going to be
How?
legal challenges that will
What
be in his
challenges?
way.
Like
And
what?
there. I'm sorry.
Yeah, what legal challenge?
Listen here, Buttercup. Okay, listen
Sweetie.
here, because I am really trying. I know that you all lack
Sweetie.
emotional regulation. You're basically emotionally unintelligent. I get it.
You say
All
that
right,
to
it's the way. It is literally the way
you
for
could
me
not
to keep
answer
from
my
calling you
question.
stupid. No. Because here's
You
this
could
thing.
not
You
answer
keep
my
no, you
question.
keep asking questions, and when I go
No,
to
you
answer
keep
your
asking
question,
questions. I answered
when I
them.
go to answer your, you know what?
And you couldn't answer my questions.
When I go to
You
answer
did.
the motherfucking question, you keep doing this thing where you keep talking. Stop talking, okay? I appreciate it. Stop it.
And even
For
Duke
the
could
love
answer
of
my
God,
question.
fucking stop talking. Jesus Christ.
I swear to God, like lay off the fucking testosterone, dude.
You see my bare
Have some
chest?
class about yourself, you fucking weirdo. Anywho, guys, tap the screen, share the live. Let's just keep doing all of the good things, guys. Like, and also if you're on YouTube, make sure you're liking the stream. Like the stream.
My
All right,
body
people like to
alarm.
watch, but they don't like the stream. Like it's like 18 people over there watching, which I think is pretty cool, but only 4 likes. I need y'all to like the stream also. All right, thank you so very much. Now, anywho, with that being said, I am looking for the quote where you said they said rise up. All right. So are you implying that Brandon Johnson and Jay Pritzker both said to rise up? Because I'm looking for a quote and I haven't found that quote. So I would like to know where you saw that quote so that we can read it.
Oh, I have to look for it.
Okay, go look for it.
I have to
Okay,
look for it.
remember
But
what
I
you're
haven't
gonna
gotten-
do. No.
But I haven't
What you're
got
gonna do?
clarification from you guys.
What you're gonna do
Is
is when you
600
look for
homicide
it
Chicago High?
and you come back. When you look for it, when you come back, what you're gonna do is you're gonna
Wait,
tell
but-
us the name of the article so that we can
Wait.
read it.
Wait,
Thank
but
you.
that dude.
Appreciate you.
Wait, but
Go
that
do
dude
your
didn't
homework.
answer my question.
Go do your homework. Go
He
do your
said
homework.
600
Go do your
homicide.
homework. Listen. All right. I just told you to go do your homework. Go do your homework. We want to know where that quote came from so that we
Right.
all can read it. Go do your
Wait, I
homework.
watched the interview.
But
though.
hey, before you can talk about anything else, you have to go do your homework.
Well, homeboy asked.
You can't do anything else before you do your homework.
Okay, I'll do my homework. But will homeboy answer if 600 homicide too much?
See, listen.
Or not enough?
Listen, you know what? I did not want to be
based
mean.
on percentages.
I didn't want to be mean. You're gonna make me be mean, and I don't want to be mean. Go do your homework. All right. I'm not gonna ask you again. I'm not gonna say it again. I'm not gonna tell you again. Go do homework. Anywho, if you voted for Donald Trump, get in the box. If you voted for Trump, get in the box. And also, shout out to Kiana for the $11. Kiana sent $11 and said, because you a real nigga dealing with fuck niggas. Ah, I know that's right. I know that's right. Shout out to my sis. Shout out to my sis. Shout out to my sis. All right, drop some hearts in the chat for Kiana. Oh, God, here we go.
What?
I'm the real nigga in here.
Is that's what you want to do? You didn't want to do your homework, so you decided that you're gonna slur.
No. You said.
What's your race? What's your race? What's your race?
I'm Hispanic.
You're Hispanic?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
that's not a race.
And there's a lot of us. That's not a
race. Oh my God, that's not a race. That's not a race. I just wanted to know that. It's not a race. So, like, do you present as white, black, or indigenous? What'd you say?
Shauna said blue app.
I don't know what the blue app is. That Venmo or PayPal? They both blue. I say words over here, Hector.
The popular one, the V one.
Okay, I say words. I haven't got anything over there. Oh, Lindsay. Okay. I see. All right. Okay. All right. So, dude, are you doing your homework? You found it? Okay, where'd you find it at?
Wait, I'm trying to get that little quote though.
Also, Hispanic is not a race. So there's that. It's just not.
You guys keep muting. You guys know
maybe Ahmad's hand is slipping. I don't know. They don't like you.
Okay.
They don't like you.
Okay, here's my source.
Can you tell me? Yes, please. Thanks.
NBC News interview, right? Because they did a press conference.
Interview with who?
I don't know, but Mayor Johnson stated that if the federal troops were sent to Chicago, residents must rise against tyranny. So residents must rise against tyranny.
How did you misinterpret that? Do you know what it means to rise against tyranny?
Yeah, they're saying to rise against Trump, right? Because we're going to send the friendly National Guards once he enacts the Insurrection Act, because the city of Chicago streets is not safe for the residents.
Do you know what tyranny is? Do you know what tyranny is?
I know what tyranny is.
Okay, tell us what tyranny is, please. Okay, you can do that. You know what? If you have to look it up, okay, go ahead.
No, I'll tell you. Abuse of power, right? Mm-hmm. Where you oppress the citizens' freedom, which are limited, which happened to us during COVID, right?
No,
I'm in California, so that happened to us in California with COVID.
Don't try to. So basically, what you're saying is that it would be wrong for the residents of Chicago to actually exercise their constitutional right to protest against an oppressive government? You're admitting that Trump is a tyrant? Is that what you're doing right now?
No, don't pivot.
Dude, I'm not pivoting. You literally just said that. You said that what they said when rising against tyranny was wrong. So you're admitting that Donald Trump is cruel.
This is what the mayor is saying. This is what the Democrat mayor is saying.
That is crazy.
But
hey, dude, can I tell you something?
During COVID in California.
Yeah, sure, whatever. Dude, I want to tell you something.
You're a hero.
Yeah, listen, please, because you didn't want to do your homework.
Right. I just hate all of the choices that you make, because those are the choices that bitch ass niggas make. Mm-hmm. That's all. That's deplorable number 2. What in the hell is happening here? Deplorable. Actually, absolutely awful. I'm like, prove me wrong. Prove that you aren't deplorable. And y'all come up here every chance y'all fucking get and prove that you are worthy of shame. You deserve to be shamed. All right. You deserve condemnation. Like, what the fudge is wrong with y'all? This guy literally just admits that Donald Trump is a tyrant. He admits it. Okay, so we got one who admits that he's willfully ignorant. He's willfully ignorant and does not want to actually learn anything. Okay. Okay. Then we have this guy who is not willfully, but who is admitting that Donald Trump is a tyrant. Don't take my word for it, guys. I want everyone to go look up what tyranny and a tyrant means. I want you to go look up what those mean. All right. That's what he was admitting to. All right. What is wrong with y'all? Like, Santana actually just made a video about this. I would suggest that when y'all have a moment to go watch it, where it talks about Donald Trump at the White House, talking about like everyone would like a dictator. Don't nobody want no goddamn dictator. Kiana, you don't have to raise your hand. You can talk when you want to. That's crazy.
Doing that crazy stuff when you're in my life. Like, girl, please. But you know what's crazy?
What's up?
That almost this time last year, Kamala Harris predicted that this was going to happen. And they told us that we were fear-mongering.
Exactly.
Are we still fear-mongering? Is the fear here? Is it mine?
I think the fear is in the room with us.
Have we tapped into like reality? Yeah, I mean, it's crazy that she said word for word that Donald Trump is going to send the military on American citizens. You guys told us that wasn't happening. What happened, guys? Can someone tell me what happened?
Can someone please tell us what happened? Someone, please.
I hope that individual has a very hot, sweaty, passionate night with ice.
Jesus. Oh, God. I think I just did the math wrong. Hold on. That would be 90. And I did the math right. Okay, great. All right. Shout out to Lindsay for the $20. Lindsay said over him. I saw that, Lindsay. That's why he got the song. I just wanted to hear what he was going to say about tyranny. And we heard what he said. He definitely admits that, hey, there we go. That Donald Trump is a fucking tyrant. And he is. Everything, especially like Liv brought this up and Kiana also brought this up, is about the 10th Amendment, which basically gives the states their rights, the ability to govern itself. And Donald Trump is overstepping that at every single turn. The thing that Republicans typically run on is a platform, and Donald Trump did this. They run on smaller government, less government overreach. Donald Trump literally has his hands in state politics, in their legislators. We saw him do it in Texas with the redistricting. I've been practicing that word, guys, if you can't tell. I have been practicing, and I said it right. Look at me. All right. Kudos. I had to pat myself on the back for that one. Give me a moment, guys. All right. So, anywho, with that being said, he has his hands in state government. He literally made a phone call to Abbott, and now they're going District 18, along with other districts there, are now split. All right. So we have that. And then he basically called up all his red governor buddies and was like, hey, deploy your National Guard to these cities. Like, help us out. And they're fucking doing it. What are we doing? What are we doing? Am I yelling? I think I'm yelling. I'm going to stop yelling. Hey, Mr. Ty. I'm going to stop yelling. But yeah. So Livingston. Make it make sense.
Mm-mm.
You know what, Liv? One of these days. What are you doing? What's that? I can't see. I can't see with my glasses on.
It looks like pancetta. He's about to make some ramen, and it looks good. I've been over here making content. I'm trying to get 5 videos a day. 5 videos a day? I told myself 3 videos a week. And I was like, that's good enough. I'm doing 5. I got 1, 2. I got 2 more to go. And the crazy part is I just been loading these. And I did this one 27 minutes ago, and it already got 250 views.
Hey, awesome. With that being said, guys, if you're not following my friends over here, you should be following them. Like, Hector is fucking awesome. If you ever hear someone say Kamala would never, that's Hector. That is Hector. All right. Make sure you're following him. Show him all the support. Also, we have Live to Be Great, a TikTok OG. right here, all right, in the debate space, all right? That's Liv. Make sure you're following Liv, all right? And you might hear him one day say, "Why did you eat us?" Whenever he says that, I just go.
I be wanting to know for
real. Leave your appetite at home and Liv is debating.
So yes, please. And also, we have the amazing Kiana. I absolutely adore her because I don't know how she does it, but you're not better at her than this. You're just not. All right. I just want to let you know you're not better at her than this. So, like, make sure you're following her because. Okay. But yes, guys, if you voted for Trump in the box, all right, my chat is not your safe space. You don't get the app in the comments. You don't. All right. So what I'm going to need you to do is request up. All right. If you don't accept that invite from my mods, what's going to happen is you're going to get muted. All right. I see a lot of people messaging someone, the DJG show. Get in the box.
And Jess Smith 845. Can you please come up here and tell us, like, I mean, if you guys are not gonna tell us like why y'all want a dictator and an authoritarian, like, can you at least tell us why y'all are trying to erase Black history while also saying that the Democrats started the Triple K, while also fighting to wave the flag that those said Democrats waved and resurrecting their leaders? Like, if the Democrats started this, right, and you guys are anti-slavery, why are you guys fighting so hard to resurrect their statues and wave their flags? Are you guys Democrats? Please, I mean, just tell us something.
Not using an argument against them. That is awesome. Okay. Kiana, that is awesome. That's their favorite thing to say, too. Well, the Democrats started a Klan. Okay, what's up, Hector? Cap.
One of my favorite things about when they get to talking about Democrats starting the Triple K and Republicans freeing the slaves is if you got to go all the way back to the early 1900s to prove that Republicans are racist, I already won.
Pretty much. Pretty friggin' much. And that's them. I love when they say you always want to live in the past, but the first thing you all say is Democrats started a Klan. Like, who's living in the past? You don't want to talk about the present. You don't want to talk about how Republicans are actually actively destroying our country. You don't want to talk about that? Are actively going against our Constitution? Hey, DJ, which one are you in, Scottsdale or Toronto?
I'm still in Toronto right now.
Okay, that means.
But I was in Florida a couple weeks ago.
That means you're gonna be an asshole tonight.
How are you? It's been a while.
It's been a long time. I'm doing well. Hey, listen. Here's the thing. Here's the deal.
I haven't seen you in Alina's live in a while. That's the last time we talked.
Okay.
A drop real quick. I don't appreciate that I simply made a request for y'all to support Black women by going to a Black woman stream on YouTube and pressing the like button. And Erica notified me the chat several minutes ago that the likes were only at 4. I think that's disrespectful. So if you guys can do me the ever-loving favor of doing the absolutely super free thing of going to YouTube and just hitting the goddamn like button on the stream, I would greatly fucking appreciate it. And if you don't, you're a bigot. Appreciate everybody. Also, we have more than half of the don't know goal here knocked out because those people support Black women. If you'd like to continue to do the same, make sure we knock that out. I would love to see it knocked out very soon. And if you don't, I'll be back.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Hector. I appreciate you. Drop some hearts in the chat for Hector, y'all. All right. So, guys. All right. What are we doing? Oh, DJ, we were talking. Okay. Anywho, what we're going to do is you're not going to go into any transphobia or transmisia, okay? You're going to behave yourself. All right. Do we have an agreement?
We have an agreement.
Okay.
As a gay man, though, I think I can maybe speak on some things, but, if you don't want to
speak on the trans community, though.
Okay.
Okay. All right. There's that.
But if you guys loop me into that community, shouldn't I be able to speak on it?
Like, DJ, shut up. Anywho, DJ, all right, it seems like you were trying to justify Trump being a dictator in the comments. Like, what's going on? What was happening in the comments there? Tell us.
No, I just think that he's keeping us safe. I think what ICE is doing is exactly what Republicans voted for. I don't see an issue with any of it. Yeah, I mean, listen, some of the videos I've seen can be a little uncomfortable to watch, when ICE is, tackling them down, but it's Trump has given them what, 8 months, 9 months to leave the country. I mean, at some point, force has to be used. So I don't see a problem with it.
At some point, force has to be used.
Well,
So
yeah,
you hold on one moment.
office.
You think that for people who haven't committed a violent crime, they've done the equivalent, let's say, a traffic violation. You think that it's okay for them to be forcibly detained?
Well, I haven't seen.
Especially in a place like Alligator Alcatraz or deported to a place like CCOT, which is a terrorist prison in El Salvador?
El Salvador is one of the safest countries in the world now. I think El Salvador is actually safer than Canada. I think they have a 1.9 to, I forget the stat, but Canada is.
Are they going to El Salvador, the actual country, or are they going to a prison in El Salvador that is known for human rights violations?
Well, I don't think people with a traffic violation are going to CCOT. However,
yeah, they are. They did that. I promise you, they did that. So the CBS News actually did a report on this. So journalists did research, got numbers from agencies like the Department of Homeland Security and also the Department of Justice, along with sub agencies like ICE. They got this, not ICE, but the Custom Border Patrol. They got this information, and from the 224 men who were deported, the Venezuelan men who were deported to El Salvador and sent to CCOT, all right, 74% of them had no criminal record here in the United States nor in Venezuela.
Weren't they
so
brought
yes,
back,
people without criminal records have been deported to CCOT, again, a prison. And with Alligator Alcatraz, all right, according to the Department of Homeland Security, all right, over 60%, I believe it's 62% of the people who are being detained in Alligator Alcatraz have no criminal record here nor in their home country. So make it make sense, DJ.
Well, I think the crime is that they're not, I guess, American citizens.
No, but your point was that they should be forcibly removed because Donald Trump has given them 8 months. So I'm trying to ask you to justify people being forcibly removed for basically committing the equivalent of a fucking misdemeanor, a traffic ticket. Like if you get pulled over for a traffic ticket, DJ, should you be apprehended, slammed to the ground, and taken off to jail just for speeding?
If you have a warrant out for your arrest, and let's say 9 months has gone by,
nah.
Don't you think the police are going to be like, hey, get on the ground, and you know what? Like, do what I say. You've had 9 months, you've run from us. Trump has given them plenty of time. I think even Kristi Noem said, like, hey, you can leave the country now, everything will be fine. There's commercials about it. So they've had all the opportunity to leave. So the sympathy starts to wear off.
The sympathy doesn't actually. No, the sympathy doesn't wear off unless you're just choosing to be cruel. Because if you really did actually care about what is happening, then you would be asking the question of, what are we doing about a pathway to citizenship?
But we both we live in a border state. So you should know just as much as I do that illegal immigration is an issue. This is exactly what I voted for. It is.
But it's not.
It's definitely an issue.
It's not.
Well, listen, we both live in border states, so maybe your experience is different than mine, but
we live in the same border state.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So I think we should have.
Here in Arizona, the border is not an issue. What the issue is that Donald Trump is not actually targeting illegal immigration. All right. What Donald Trump is actually doing is he's stripping away the rights of people. Because DJ, would you agree with me that the Constitution is the law of the land here in the United States?
I do. However, I do think that the Constitution has has, some issues with it, in my opinion. I think there can be some amendments in it. Like, for example, abortion was never part of the Constitution, as far as I know. But a lot of you guys are...
The right to privacy and equal protection under the law is in the Constitution, and that's the 14th Amendment. Now, could the Constitution use some changes? I don't disagree. We might disagree on what those changes are.
Yeah.
All right. But we can agree that, yes, the Constitution does need to be amended. But as it stands right now, it hasn't been amended. And so what Donald Trump is doing is he's denying people their right to due process, is what he's doing.
Okay, so how do you due process to 10 million people? We don't have... How?
Easy. It's easy. They already have... Are you familiar with expedited removal?
No, honestly.
You're not. Okay, so with expedited removal, basically, it typically happens at the border is when it happens. All right, that's where they do it. So if you're crossing into the United States and you get vetted and you don't have a reasonable claim to actually be here, a reasonable, then a credible claim to be here, you go back. You're turned around, you go back. All right, or if you're encountered outside of the border, all right, you have to be able to prove that you've been here for 2 consecutive years. Now, how it's supposed to work is if that you can prove that you've been here for 2 consecutive years in the United States, then what happens is you get information about your pathway to citizenship and you get to go before the immigration judge and you get to do the process. All right. The other way is if you can't prove that you've been here for 2 years, all right, you get told about your options. Your options is, hey, you go back home to your home country, or do you fear for your life? If you say yes, all right, you have to have a credible claim. You get vetted, all right, and then you get to go before the immigration judge.
You don't get vetted enough.
That's how it does. Well, then how come we're not improving the system then? Why are we not improving the system? But let's not pivot. What's happening under Donald Trump's administration is that Donald Trump is not letting people know about their options. Whether they've been here can prove that they're here for the 2 years or not, they're not getting the ability to go before a judge.
I think
hold on one moment, DJ. I'm not finished. In Los Angeles, all right, they were actually able to prove that Donald Trump was denying people access to their attorneys, denying people access to phone calls. All right. So that is literally denying people their civil rights, which goes against our Constitution. That's the 5th and the 6th Amendment. Go ahead.
I think what Trump is doing is, quote unquote, cleaning up the mess over the last 4 years. He's deporting everybody, potentially without due process for some of them. And I believe he said that they could, reapply for citizenship. But I think right now what we need to do is clean up the mess that the last administration unfortunately caused. So once then we can start bringing in people again. Because I have no issue with immigration. None at all.
Yeah, no.
I think
you didn't listen to you didn't. You weren't listening, DJ. You weren't listening. So there's nothing to clean up. Okay, there's nothing to clean up. There's nothing that has been made dirty.
Yeah,
okay,
that's like
the only thing that we can say that needs to be cleaned up is this tyrannical system that Donald Trump is trying to impart on the American people, because that is not what the founding fathers want, or I should say wanted. That is not what any previous president other than Trump has wanted. All right. We do not live in a dictatorship. Our Constitution does not call for that. And Kiana, you can chime in whenever you want to, love. They don't call for any of that. Okay. So that's the only thing that needs to be cleaned up.
Not to pivot, but El Salvador used to be a very, very dangerous country. For the last 20 years, I believe it was run by MS-13 or cartels or whatever. Now it's one of the safest countries in the world, and the citizens are happy with what Bukele has done. So I think what Trump is doing in terms of, quote unquote, cleaning up the mess, and also what he's doing in Washington, and is soon going to do in Chicago, and is soon going to do in, is it New York as well, to bring in the guards?
Okay, so basically what I'm hearing from you is that
that's what I commented.
You're okay with armed guards, essentially the SS, walking around cities in the United States. You're okay with armed guards patrolling neighborhoods. That's what you're okay with. You're okay with children walking to and from school with armed guards. Like you're okay with that.
Well, I don't think there's going to be armed guards, indefinitely.
How do you not think that they're going to be armed guards when literally, like in DC, HEXA just gave the authority for the National Guardsmen to carry their service weapons?
Well, because DC is not a safe place.
DC is literally a safe space. I'm not understanding. Like, okay, so when I say that the District of Columbia in the year 2024 experienced a record 30-year low in violent crime, where violent crime was down 35%, where in that statement do you hear that crime was high? Where in that statement?
Well, since COVID, there's been like murders every week or schmurders every week, unaliving every week. Since Trump has come in, there's been no schmurders in Washington since the guards have come in. So
we're not experiencing a 4-year low.
Well, tell that
we're
to the people
experiencing a 30-year low. And within that 30 years, all right, for 4 of those 30 years, at some point, there was a president named Donald Trump. His name was Donald Jackass Trump.
I mean,
why didn't he do anything in those 4 years? Like, make it make sense. No, they don't challenge anything Trump says, Kayla. Whatever Trump says friggin' goes. Like, it's outrageous at this point. Simply outrageous.
Well, when it comes to the e-files, not to pivot again, but when it comes to the e-files, we don't support that. I don't support that at all.
Yeah, but before you pivot, though, because this seems to be like a trend with Republicans, and I don't want to speak for you, but like all of you guys kind of do the same thing. You guys don't want an actual solution. You want cruelty. You want to put a Band-Aid on things. Like, you guys have no actual resolutions to the things that you guys claim are problems, like immigration. I know we talk about the Langford bill, but Biden put a comprehensive, well thought out plan, and no Republicans really bit on moving that forward to actually make immigration an easier process, so we don't have so many quote unquote illegals coming through. Every time that there's a bill put forward to actually make this process better, you guys don't do anything. I mean, he's passed EOs for plastic straws. Where is the comprehensive immigration policies? You guys don't want real solutions. You want to make people scared. The same thing with Washington, D.C. When those people leave, though, crime will resume. You can't fearmonger people into doing things. It needs to be actual legislations, policies that will make people actually want to be doing what you guys are offering. They're just going to resume what they're doing because they're just scared right now because you guys have armed forces on the streets.
Well, people are scared because they know that Trump means business.
That's not why.
I think so. That's why the border crossings are virtually zero.
Because of the cruelty. If you are crossing the border and there's a high risk that you might be thrown into a concentration camp, would you do so?
Well, under Trump, they would be scared, but under Biden, they said, "Come on in."
It's not about Donald Trump. It's about like I said, the cruelty. So when he's gone, the same problem is going to happen again, right?
You know what? You're right. There should be legislation and law put into place before he leaves office.
That's what I'm saying. So you guys don't have any solutions. You just want to show you want to flex your muscles. You want to be cruel.
I will concede to that. I think he should, figure out a plan. But I don't think you guys would like that plan. Like, if he were to say, if he were to come up with a law to, continue this, you guys would not be happy about that. I don't know why you guys, or typically Democrats, tend to.
No one here is a Democrat, so there's that.
I'm a liberal. I don't know why liberals tend to.
No one here is a liberal either. I just stop making assumptions.
Leftists? I consider myself a Republican. When I think of a Republican, I think of an old George Bush boomer type of.
There isn't a Republican Party.
You're mad. What's that, Liv?
Like can you play the sound?
Which one? I have a few.
Oppress me harder.
Oh yeah, sure. Oppress me harder, Daddy.
Like this is just the victim mindset of like Republicans, right? Because like they're going after the boogeyman. They continue to get fear mongered. First it was trans people, then it was migrants coming over here to steal their jobs, and then it became about the crime, and then they started taking people's abuelas, and it was like, well, she had to come over here the right way, and then they started invading Black communities, and it's like, dude. Like none of these things are real actual problems. They're not helping you with housing, healthcare, transportation, infrastructure. Like your tax dollars are just going to oppress people. And you're like, that's not Erica.
Well, actually deporting millions of people would actually help the housing market and the job market.
It would actually be the exact opposite, right? Migrants increase people's when migrants like come into an area, they spend money within their community, they lower crime rates, and they increase property values. So, like, there's a net benefit for our society. And they pay their bills on time.
That part.
No. We fund them. What do you mean?
That's not true. They generate nearly 600 billion. They generate nearly 600 undocumented migrants alone, not including migrants that are here legally. But undocumented migrants alone produced $600 billion, and in 2022 paid $96 billion in the Social Security, Medicaid, and Medicare. And as a Republican, you would agree with me either one of two things: either taxes are theft, or that taxation without representation is theft.
And so if they contribute
I'm sorry, hold on 1 second. Which one of those things do you believe? Do you believe that taxation is theft, or do you believe that taxation without representation is theft?
I do believe taxation is theft. So what do you mean by taxation?
Great. So when migrants are paying into this system, you should be on their side because they're paying into this tax system and they're getting robbed because they don't have access to any of the benefits within that system.
And how much do the taxpayers pay to fund them? So they pay 90 billion into tax.
Undocumented migrants fund themselves, and they generate more money in our society. And they generate more money in our society than they actually take.
But how much does the government pay to take care of them while they're here?
Yeah, they pay into the government to take care. They pay back into the government.
Yeah, but way more than 90 billion is what.
No, they don't. No.
Yes.
No.
They pay 90 billion.
Show the numbers.
I'd have to go look. But
so you're saying that you don't. But you're saying that you don't even know the numbers, bro. Are you serious right now?
You don't.
Like, how are you saying no if you don't actually know the numbers?
I've seen it. I don't remember the numbers off the top of my head. And I know that's not good when I'm in a debate space, but I'm almost positive that we've paid.
Almost positive now?
We pay more than 90 billion to fund them than they pay back.
No, I'm sorry. You misunderstand. That's a crazy background. They generate nearly $600 billion. That's what they generate and pay into our society, as well as $96 billion in taxes. So that's nearly $700 billion. They pay for themselves.
I'd have to look into this more.
Yes, it's about 500, and they generate about $580 billion in revenue that they pour into regular businesses, buying food, sales taxes, so on and so forth, and pay $96.7 billion in 2022 in taxes. That's $700 billion into our economy.
And even if you say that they cost us money, like in fiscal year 2024, Congress actually allotted about $30 billion to Customs and Border Patrol. So there's that, part of that was for like the detention centers and also on deportations. So even still, that's not matching, $600 billion that they contribute to the economy that they don't benefit from because they pay into Social Security, unemployment benefits, and it's one more I'm missing Medicaid. There we go. And Medicaid. So like, what are we doing?
Documented. How do we know this?
I'm sorry?
Are you familiar? Are you familiar with the ITIN, an individual tax identification number?
Honestly, no.
Yeah. So what ends up happening is that when these immigrants go and they get jobs, all right, they do actually get a ITIN because they select to pay taxes. Not all, but some. So the ones that do select to pay taxes are paying that 600 billion that Liv spoke to you about. With that being said, that's federally, but they also contribute locally and state. So DJG, right? What is the negative here if they actually are helping the economy?
I have no issue.
You know what? I just looked up. It is not 600 billion.
Mm-hmm.
So just want to let you guys know it's not 600 billion that they contribute to the U.S. economy. I just looked it up. So
I know as of 2022, it was 2022 was 96.7 billion countrywide. Not sure where Liv got 600 billion from, but from the ITEP, it was 96.7 billion countrywide, and that included local, state, and federal taxes, with California and New York being the largest contributors. Is it still a negative?
But I don't billion.
Is it still a negative?
So what was that 600 billion number then?
Ask Liv. What
Yeah,
was
the big screen really quick.
What is the negative? There you go. What is the negative? I know, Kiana. I just want them to tell us what the negative is.
The negative?
Yeah, what's the negative? If they're contributing more
what?
than what you claim that they take away, then what is the negative economically? What's the negative?
Again, I would have to look at the numbers, but I believe that we pay more to fund them than they do to fund the economy.
You believe that? You can't prove it.
Well, Liv said 600.
He's about to show you. That's why he's on the big screen.
Okay, I'd like to see this because I will concede if so.
It's they paid immigrant households paid $579 billion in total taxes, 2022, and then you add in the $96 billion that they paid specifically to the federal government, you have roughly $700 billion, nearly $700 billion. Also, I just want to point this out. Here's another study for you from Boston.
I'm looking at
University.
different numbers here.
Hold on one second. Also, here's a study from Boston University that says that with immigration dominating the politics, the voter concerns, Boston economist research shows that immigration boosts local wages and it essentially decreases racial prejudice. I think these two things are benefits. Now, look, when I say things, friend, I can back them up, okay? What I'm not understanding is for people that pay so much in the taxes, right? People that generate and bring so much to this society, they lower crime rates, increase wages, increase property value, right? Decrease racial tensions. And they pay nearly $700 billion in total taxes into this country. What is the negative of having them here? And I'm going to point out that they're far less likely to commit crimes in general. Around 60% less likely.
If you dig into those immigration numbers, are those legal immigrants that have been here for years? Like, I don't believe like an undocumented immigrant family is. Like, I'd have to look.
But the problem in that is that even when people came over here legally and were paying into these tax systems, Donald Trump revoked their protected status. Like, he was horrible in his first term in regards to illegal immigration. So he ended up stripping legal migration, depriving people of nearly 12 million visas and green cards.
Well, as far as I know, actually, Biden was deporting a lot more people on
because he had expulsions because of Title 42 and the influx of migrants coming into this country and Donald Trump's piss poor policies.
But why weren't you guys upset when Biden was doing it at a much higher rate? Deporting people.
Yeah, because it was a revolving door because they had another opportunity to come back into this country.
But having visas is not legal status.
1 second. This is why his expulsions were so high, because Title 42 was in effect. And so people could literally come back the next day or a couple hours to try to gain entry back into this country.
Yeah, he should have shut down the border. I know Kamala.
No, he shouldn't have. What's the problem with migration? It's better for our economy.
Yeah, legal migration, not just
that is
across
legal
the fence.
migration. That literally is legal migration.
But I don't know why Biden and
walking
Biden
across the border is legal migration
for the first years, and then as soon as the election happened, suddenly they want to put forth a bill for the border.
That's not true either, though, because Biden put together. I told you that he put together a immigration bill 30 days within him being in office, but and it was actually better than the Langford bill, by the way. It had everything that you guys were asking for, actually. It just never left committee, but
it was too late. At that point, it was too
I
late.
said 30 days into him being president, as in 30 days of him becoming the president, not when he was about to go. So I think that you should read it. Huh?
Was there like fat in that bill?
No.
No, it was a comprehensive plan.
Yeah, perfect.
Well, that doesn't have to do with Trump. I guess that has to do with.
I didn't make it about Trump, but you said that it was too late, and I was just giving you an example that he didn't wait. That this was something that he did immediately, like as soon as he hit the ground. They put together a bill.
Well, because I know that Trump did stop Kamala's bill because he wanted to run on it, but it was also like, oh, suddenly now Kamala cares about the border.
But that's why I was
Kamala's
saying.
bill. It was a Langford bill. That was a bipartisan bill.
Kamala hadn't even been to the southern border.
That's
she
a
said
lie.
She was
she
there.
went in
She never
2021
was
and she went in 2024, and she went numerous times as the AG of California. Like,
No, she
come on,
didn't.
son. Like, okay.
No, she didn't. ABC interviewed her, and she said she didn't go with it.
Were you guys mad at her when she said "do not come"? When she told everybody not come to the border?
No, we were. And that was my point. That's the point that I was actually making for you. Like, kept saying things. So the thing is, when you guys are talking about immigration and border policies and things like that, the reason why people are so angry is because of the cruelty that you guys put with the
What's the cruelty?
Hey, stop interrupting her.
When you guys are telling people that are coming across that they're poisoning the blood of America because they come from a different country, when we're putting people in concentration camps, when we are literally stripping people off of the streets with their children in front of them, taking children out of classrooms, that's cruel. People are literally coming out of school and being told that they're leaving with their parents. That's cruelty. That's why you guys get so much pushback. People are not getting due process. People are being violated by their constitutional rights. And you guys seem to think that because they're not citizens, that they're not deserving of those rights when the Constitution says otherwise. Everyone is granted those rights. That's why you guys get so much pushback. It's not just the fact that he wants to deport people, even though we know who he wants to deport. You guys hyperfixate on a certain group of people and then attach cruelty with that. And you guys are like, hey, why is everyone so mad? That's why. These are people's family members, their loved ones. People are not ever going to be okay with that.
But Trump was running on this, like, even during the election. They knew that this was coming.
Can I comment on what she said?
Sure.
Okay, first of all,
right.
Hold on one moment. We haven't even introduced you. You've been speaking for a while, so let's do that first. Okay, I'm gonna call you Terry. Terry, did you vote for Donald Trump?
Yeah, I did.
You did? Okay, all right.
Yeah.
So I think you're deplorable. All right. Hopefully you're gonna prove me wrong. So far you aren't. Okay.
You know what?
But because we're here, DJ, be quiet. Because we're here already. All right. What we're gonna do is I'm going to allow you to go ahead and respond. So the floor is yours.
So the girl from the top, she was making a claim
She's
that
a grown woman and her
kidnapping.
name is Kiana.
She was saying that we're
No.
kidnapping
I'm not letting it go.
people off the streets.
Call her by her name. I'm not letting it go. You can say the woman up top, or you can call her by her name, which is Kiana. I know that you can read.
Kiana.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, so Kiana said people off the streets. Well, actually, they do that all the time with locals, and you guys don't even say anything about that. But it's the same thing that ICE and local police do when they make traffic stops when people are under the influence of alcohol, and if they got kids in there, it's the exact same thing that they do, but you guys don't say anything about it. So all this kidnapping, that's not going to work because the
That's a
cops
false
do that all the
equivalency.
time. So
That's a
yes, it is.
false
Really? So
no
you don't see.
no
So
that
you
is a
don't
false
see.
equivalency. You literally
You're
just said
interrupting me,
doing if
but
they're drinking alcohol because I can do that. I'm the host. You just said if they're drinking alcohol. So basically, if there's a DUI stop and they have children
if
in the
they
car
get
doing a
stopped, yes,
DUI stop,
yeah,
all right,
and that they
no. If they
isn't
don't you
that
think that is a danger to the children? What is the danger to the children if
it's
their
the
parent
exact
is
same thing?
driving them to school? They're not drunk. They're
Okay,
just
so
driving them to
let me ask
school,
you this.
and they so
Okay,
happen to be an undocumented immigrant. That is literally
okay,
a false
so
equivalency in which you are making, sir. That
really,
makes no sense.
so
Yes,
so do
really.
you not see when undocumented people come here with their kids crossing the border through the Rio Grande, the river? Isn't that endangering their kids?
Is
Are they
that
not endangering
endangering
their
their
kids when they
kids?
cross their?
So are we missing
Absolutely.
context
If
and
you take
nuance
your
here? Do we know why they took that risk of bringing their children here with them to the
exactly,
United
so
States?
when
Oh,
somebody
but I'm sorry.
drinks
Hold the fuck
alcohol, isn't
on.
that taking a risk?
Hold the fudge on. Hold the fudge on, sir. Someone, all right, escaping political persecution, physical harm, cartels, whatever it is they may be escaping from in their home country and trying to make it here at in the United States with their children is in no way equivalent to someone drinking a fifth of whiskey, getting behind the wheel of a 10-ton piece of machinery, all right, and putting their kids in the fucking car in that machinery and driving. There's no equivalent, sir. I really wish you wouldn't try to do that. Because don't do that. They're not the same. They're just not the same. Okay. I understand. I see what your name is up here. I get it. I get it. However, there are complete differences here. The two are not
Same thing. They're
comparable. It's not the
endangering
same
the
thing.
kids.
It's not
It
the
is.
same
Are they
thing.
endangering
It's
the
not.
kids? Yes or no?
It is not the same thing because they're not being apprehended at the border. They're being apprehended while dropping their kids off at school. They're being apprehended at grocery stores. They're being apprehended at daycares. They're being apprehended at nail salons. Okay? So there's a difference here, Terry. I want you to understand that. Okay? I think you can because you're doing a pretty fucking bad job of proving that you're not deplorable, but a really great job at proving that you
I'm
are, in
not.
fact, deplorable. Good grief. Like, what are we doing here? What the fuck are you doing? Like, seriously?
I do agree that some MAGA are deplorable. Like when Hillary Clinton said the basket of deplorables, I took no offense to that because I know exactly what she's talking about. She's talking about the bumfucks in Alabama and
She was talking about you.
No. I think I think I'm a moderate.
Yeah, I think
And actually, Hillary, if you notice, Hillary has been agreeing with Trump, and I think it's because that they're both of them are in the e-files.
You're okay.
So
Who cares? You want to talk about these
Oh,
files so bad. No one cares about who's actually in the files because at the end of the day, whoever name is in there, thank God he's gone. All right, that was a skedaddle. Give me 1 second. You didn't have to skedaddle, but your argument fucking sucked. You're not good at this, Terry. Terry, do better. You're not good at this. All right. Anywho, DJ, I do. Yes, I do. You voted for Donald Trump. He told y'all what he wanted to do. He's doing it, and it's absolutely deplorable. It's harmful. It is deserving of shame. You all should be. I can't wait for y'all to get y'all scarlet letters. I can't wait. Literally, I can't. Your scarlet letter is gonna be your fucking voting record. Is what it's gonna be. You're not gonna be able to lie to your grandkids, all right, and tell them that you didn't vote for Donald Trump. You're not gonna be able to lie about that.
There's a lot of people in your life that I'm sure voted for Trump that you probably don't even know. It might be your doctor.
Hey, you know what?
They're deplorable.
They're deplorable. Thank you, Kiana. They're deplorable too.
I don't know if you think like when history tells a story that you guys will be able to other yourself, or will it just be the MAGA movement? And if you voted for the MAGA movement, then you're deplorable. The things that he's doing is going to cause mass harm to a lot of people.
Not to Americans.
Yeah, it absolutely is. It absolutely is.
We'll talk about cashless bail in just a moment.
I mean,
it seems like you guys are upset that it's cruel to, you know, criminals and people that cross the border. Sure, maybe.
No, it's not just immigration. It's about we can talk about his tax plan for American people that's going to actively, like, I don't think that you realize that it's already happening. That premiums for health insurance, and people are just now actually renewing their health insurance. Like people do it mid-year and the beginning of the year. They're already getting hit due to this. People are losing their health insurance. Medicaid is coming up short for so many states because they usually supplement if they are short. Like my state, North Carolina, my governor put out a notice that we are $314 million short due to this.
Yep.
People are going to be sick. They're not going to have a way to cover their health. And then on top of that, your premium is going up. I don't know why you guys think that, like, if you have private health insurance that you're safe. It all goes together. It's a whole entire system. The hospital is not going to take a hit for us.
They're not.
I think healthcare is a mess in America. I think Biden had the chance to clean it up. I think Trump had a chance to clean it up in 2016. So did Obama. None of it worked. So I don't know what the solution is.
Obama tried, and they literally tried to stop him. What are you talking about?
Because I live in 2 countries, and I have free healthcare in one. And I can tell you, because I had kidney stones last month. I can tell you that the healthcare in Canada is not all it's cracked up to be. First off, we pay taxes through the fucking roof. And the healthcare system in Canada is severely backed up. And that has a lot to do with immigration in Canada. And that's a whole nother story. So, I mean, listen, I get it, but the grass is not always greener. And I don't know what the solution is when it comes to healthcare.
Kamala Harris had an amazing policy for Medicaid, by the way. Like, an amazing. So even if you don't like universal health care, she was going to subsidize Medicaid to where Medicaid would be more of a provider for more people to cover more people's health insurance. Instead of doing, because a lot of people are anti-universal health care because of what you say. It will ultimately raise taxes, but it does offset because you don't have as much out-of-pocket expenses.
Yeah, I'm not against universal healthcare. There's a lot of holes in it.
Yeah, but that's why I said, like, her subsidizing Medicaid for more people to get access to it. Because I mean, typically with Medicaid, it is more so for people that are on the low end as far as income goes. But the way I'm going to look it up and tell you exactly what she said, because I can't remember. Erica, do you remember? I can't remember that part off the top of my head. The only thing I can remember is the part where she was going to allow people to like the assisted living with their parents, that policy. But like, I know with her Medicaid plan, what she was doing as far as expansions for people to get access to it, because I mean, we already had prescription costs at a all-time low with Joe Biden and her. Like, that was amazing that they were able to lower insulin for everyone. And we already see those going back up as well.
Okay, so I know for long-term care, she wanted to expand the home care services under Medicare to help people with functional cognitive impairments. Also, let's see here. Oh, she wanted to partner with private technology companies to expand basically telehealth and strengthen the home care workforce. And let's see here.
Telehealth is bullshit. They are so unhelpful.
And she wanted to work with Congress to end Medicaid estate recovery, a practice in which the state recoups the cost of Medicaid long-term services from the home and estates of deceased enrollees. Cool. So people will actually pay, wouldn't have to pay for certain things after their family die. Oh, that's neat. Okay. Those were the proposals.
With her running mate or with her president.
Is Kamala Harris Biden? Is Kamala Harris the same person as Joe Biden?
No, but if they're a team.
Didn't y'all want them to be different?
I think he made a mistake choosing Kamala as the.
We don't have to talk about that because what's done is done. Let's talk about the present. Anywho, so what plan does Donald Trump actually have to improve our healthcare system, other than concepts? What's the actual plan?
Yeah. Again, I don't know about this one. Healthcare is an issue.
Yeah, he doesn't have a plan.
He proposed what Kamala was saying would solve everything. It certainly wouldn't.
Yeah, we were talking. Zach, Kiana, twinsies. Oh, okay, John. Bubba has a question. Go ahead, Kiana. Because we were talking about immigration, so I want to know what is Trump's plan for immigration,
other than cruelty? Because you've given us nothing but cruelty. And this is like, that's why I said, like, you sided with the group of people that put band-aids on piles of shit. That's literally like what I like to say. Like the group of people that don't do anything to actually solve the problem, but just put a band-aid on it and say, hey, here I tried. Immigration is not solved. So the same problems that you guys were crying about at the end of Joe Biden's presidency will again happen when Donald Trump leaves office. Because the fear will no longer be there.
Well, like I said earlier, he's quote unquote cleaning up the mess. And then once the mess is cleaned up, then we can have clear, immigration. The border would be hopefully shut. And the next president that comes in would never open up the border again. He's building the wall. So again, I don't know exactly what his policy is going to be per se. But what I think, from my perspective, is again, he's cleaning up the mess. Then once the mess is cleaned up, then we can start bringing people in and severely and highly vetting them.
So two things, right? You said the mess. Like, so I want to examine what you think that Biden did that was messy, right? The number two, you said that you were not anti-immigration, but closing the border would literally be anti-immigration. Because it's actually unconstitutional to close the border, but that's neither here nor there. What mess did Biden leave?
He left the border open. Like, again, I think that the Constitution should be amended, that the border should be completely shut.
Can I ask a question?
Sure.
Who caused the border crisis?
Who caused the border crisis?
Mm-hmm.
That can go back, I guess, decades. I don't know.
Because Obama had a net negative in border crossings. He had more migrants leaving out of this country than were coming in, and he deported 5.3 million people.
And George Bush and Bill Clinton did more than Obama.
So the border was under control under Obama. So who's responsible for the border crisis?
But if I don't see how Trump could be responsible.
Can you answer the question?
Yeah, I am. I don't see how Trump could be responsible for the border crisis when he literally ran on closing the border.
Just hear me out. Obama was a deporter in chief, had a net negative in border crossings, and there were more migrants leaving out of this country than were coming in. Border was under control. When we look at Democrats as a whole, like Kiana said, Bush and Republicans and Democrats, Bush and Clinton deported more people. Right? So the question is,
who were they deporting?
Who's responsible for the border crisis?
But wait, who was Obama?
Can you answer the question?
You want me to say that Trump was responsible? I don't believe.
I'm asking you. I'm just asking you. Use your logic. Listen, the border was under control under Obama, deporter in chief. Then the border goes out of control.
But was he cleaning up George Bush's mess?
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
George Bush deported 9 million people.
So then.
And Clinton deported 12.
So if he deported 9 million 4 years before Obama,
he wasn't cleaning up anybody's mess. No. So look, you had Clinton, you had Bush, you had Obama. Clinton deported 12 million people. Bush deported 9 million people. Obama deported 5.3 million people. Under Obama, the border, he had a net negative in border crossings. There were more migrants leaving out of this country than were coming in. Right, and he deported 5.3 million people. So who's responsible for the border crisis?
I think each president then.
Okay.
I don't think.
Okay, great. So they deported more.
He doesn't want to be intellectually honest.
Trump,
yeah, he doesn't.
Trump should be deporting more then.
Okay, wait a second. Who's responsible for the border crisis?
So are you saying that Trump caused this mess? Then okay, if he caused the mess, then he's cleaning up his own mess, which means he's taking accountability for.
He's still deporting fewer people than Biden did.
Yeah, you're right. I think he should be deporting more. But
he's not doing. What my point is that he's not. He wasn't good at the border. He wasn't good with the border the first time. He's showing that he's not good with the border now, and he's violating the Constitution.
But if you're insinuating that,
and if he's violating the Constitution for the migrants, he's violating your rights too.
But if you're insinuating that Trump caused the mess, then I believe he's taking accountability and cleaning it up. Which
he's
is
not, though. He's making it worse.
How? He's deporting everybody, but everybody who's
just making it racist and listen, attacking the Constitution.
He's making it like he did in 2020 because he was able to use Title 42 to actually close the border because we were in a global pandemic. So we had a health crisis going on, a global health crisis, where we weren't allowing people to actually enter into the United States. So when Title 42 was actually ended, I believe in either 22 or I think it was 22 or 23, and the border opened back up, what we had was an influx of immigrants and migrants at the border. Did we not, DJ G?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So with Trump, he's not going to be in office. Try as you might, want as he might, he's not going to be in office forever. It's just not going to happen. All right. So with that being said, once Donald Trump is gone, all right, who's to say that we're not going to have another influx of migrants and immigrants at the border? Exactly, Gucci, like a dam breaking. Think about that, DJ, while I do this. I said, think about that while I do this. All right. Shout out to Gucci for the $5. Gucci said, and you know what, DJ? Pigs will fly in DJ's fictional universe. I know that's right. Thank you so much, Thank you so much, Gucci. I appreciate you, love. I appreciate you. Also, guys, let's keep tapping the screen, sharing the live. Let's keep doing all of the good things. All right. Let me see here. We're working on the rockets. I don't know if everyone has them available, but we only have 9 of those to go. So let's go ahead and knock those out. Also, guys, let's keep showing love to Kiana and Liv while they are here and get this live up to 250,000 likes. So let's tap the screen. Take care of the gift goal. Continue to do all of the good things. And last but not least, thank you for the rocket. We now have $65 left in our daily donation goal, just $65. Pay links are in the bio. It's the best way to support the live. Everything with Erica is the name. PayPal and Venmo. Also have a Zelle. Everything with Erica9@gmail.com. And also, guys, super awesome news. If you're watching on YouTube, shout out to Baby Blue. We have Dark Cobra over there. Christopher is over there. All right, I think Alonzo is over there too. So shout out to all of you watching on YouTube. If you want to show support, the best way to do so there is via a super chat. Thank you guys so much for the love, the support, the encouragement, and most definitely the engagement. Let's keep doing all of the good things. Oh, thank you, Lagartha. Thank you so much for the well love. I appreciate you. Drop some hearts in the chat. All right, guys, let's keep it going. DJ, answer the question. Yeah, what's going to happen when he's gone?
Well, because what's his name? JD Vance is going to take over, and he's going to keep the border closed. And I, to be honest, I'm more excited for JD.
Did you say take over?
Oh, so you take over the presidency, I mean.
Take over the presidency? Not get voted in, not win the election, but just take it over?
You know what I mean. I
didn't. I'm asking for clarification.
I'm excited for JD Vance.
JD Vance might though. Did y'all see Donald Trump hand today?
Yeah, with the spy. But I'm saying though, but Liv, like DJ is like he got a taste of fascism, and you want more.
Well, first off,
you want to completely lean into it though.
I ride for JD. I think he's just first off to have like a 40-year-old millennial in office as like
he's a fascist.
He is not a fascist. What makes him
100% is he's worse.
He's a Heritage Foundation pick.
I will literally start praying for Donald Trump the moment that you guys want to put JD up. He's far worse than Donald Trump.
Well, I think to be honest, I think Gavin Newsom is going to run, and I think that's going to be a very close election because they're both very, charismatic. But do you want California, or do you want America to look like California?
And also,
yeah,
I would argue Kamala Harris is still going to run, and I would argue Newsom will probably be our VP.
I hope she doesn't because she's going to. I hope she does because she's going to lose again.
How did she lose the first time?
You guys don't seem to learn.
How much did she lose by the first time?
She lost 7 swing states.
How many votes?
Thank you, Liv. How many votes did
Trump
she lose
got
by?
78, and I think she got 76.
1.6%. She lost by 1.6%. And a large majority of that was people protesting because of Gaza and Palestine. But by the time this next election comes, Gaza and Palestine not going to be here.
Okay, but I think that's a problem with your party because 8 million more people came out to vote for Biden than they did for Kamala. So I believe that the Democrats.
She had 107 days.
The Democrats are the racists and the misogynists.
She ran a campaign in 107 days, and
Doesn't
she
matter.
only lost by 1 point. What did you say, Liv? 1.6 million.
1.6%.
1.6%. Seriously.
Yeah.
Why?
That's not a blowout. That's nothing. Like if Kamala Harris has time, the time actually needed to run a campaign, let's say run a damn campaign for 4 years like someone else, then guess what? She will blow him out of the water.
But why didn't your party come out to vote
running for 10 years?
That part, Kiana.
But why didn't your party come out to vote for her?
No, but you just said something that we just can't. I don't even think that. No. I don't even think that. No, you keep like you literally. You're one of those people that just like to throw shit out on the wall. You're not gonna make me dance with you. Okay, we're gonna stay right here. You just said that you would argue that the Democratic Party was the racist and the misogynist. Which one would you like to do, the racist or the misogynist? I'll take you.
He said that.
Yeah, I know you didn't hear it. That's why. Huh?
Yes,
Which one? Which one? No, just pick one, sir.
I need to explain my.
No, we're going to go down the logic. We're going to go down the yellow brick road. Just pick one.
Okay, let's start with misogyny.
Cool. Which party has more women?
Which party has more women?
Yeah, which party has one more women that lead?
I don't remember the exit polls. I don't remember what the exit poll said. Are you saying that more women voted for Democrats?
I said which party has more women that lead? As in they have congresswomen, senators. Which party has more?
Yeah, probably the Democrats do.
Oh, so we're allowing women. Which party has only put up women for? Well, I guess you can argue Tulsi Gabbard. That doesn't really count. But which one?
Tulsi was running as a Democrat at the time, by the way.
Yeah, well, true. You're right. They just champion her now. Yeah. So, which party has actually put up a woman or a femme presenting person on a ticket?
The Democrats. But when push comes to shove, why didn't 8 million people that voted for Biden come out to vote for Kamala? Because she's number one, a woman, and number two, she's a black woman. So my first thought is, wait, are the 8 million people that voted for Biden racist and misogynist because she's a woman? That's my theory.
So that logic wouldn't make sense. That would mean that the people that voted against her would be the misogynists, not the people that put her up and trusted her to lead the country. It wouldn't be the people that voted for her that would be
let me read these off really quick. I'm so sorry, guys. Shout out to M Wiggles for the $5 on Zelle. I appreciate you, love. Thank you so much for the $5. Drop some hearts in the chat for M Wiggles. Also, shout out to Topher over on YouTube who sent over a $2 super chat. Topher wants you to know, DJ, that you give the rest of gay men a bad name. He said it. Shout out to Topher. Drop some hearts in the chat for Topher, y'all.
I'll keep it quiet because I can talk about that for a very long time. It's actually
not you being worried about the 8 million people who voted for Biden that didn't show up for Kamala Harris over the 77 million fucking people who would have never voted for her to begin with. And we're not even including the 90 million who didn't bother to vote at all in either election. And that number grew from 2020 for both parties. And you're trying to make an argument that the Democrats are more racist and misogynist? Absolutely. That is one of the dumbest fucking things I've ever heard in my entire goddamn life.
Because
8 million versus 77.
Because Republicans are going to vote for Republicans. So
8 million
vote for Trump
versus 77.
Yeah, but the 77 voted for Trump 4 years ago, too.
8 million people who just didn't like her policy platform or thought she was going to be too close to Biden, which is still stupid, but whatever. They didn't market her enough or well enough, I would argue, versus 77 million people who pulled every racist, misogynistic ass tactic in the book to say, tried to say that she wasn't even legitimate to run for president. And everyone seems to forget that one. That was pulled by Republicans and that one damn podcaster who spearheaded it. saying she's a DEI hire, that she's no different from Biden, misinterpreting all her words and doing all the other fuck shit. But you want to worry about 8 million goddamn people who just didn't understand the assignment.
Hector, don't forget that they said that she slept to the top, even though she was duly elected for all the positions that she's ever been in. Don't forget that part.
Yeah, Willie Brown, but you voted for the guy who cheated on all 3 of his wives. Don't fucking talk about no 8 million nothing.
That's right there,
But Liv said that she lost by 1.6%. So if the 8 million that voted for Biden came out to vote for Kamala, she would have blew Trump out of the water. So it's an issue with your party, not with ours. We're gonna vote for Trump because we're Republicans.
Literally just a protest vote, bro.
Oh my God! See, you're
not literally a protest.
We had different circumstances. There were honestly different circumstances during the Trump-Harris election versus the Biden-Trump election.
Yeah. And I mean, let's be honest. You guys won because of the Latino vote, and I doubt that they vote for you guys again.
And we need to be a little bit more genuine here. You want to go back to 2020 and Biden's votes versus Kamala? If we want to go bar for bar in misogyny, what happened to Nikki Haley this election?
I like Nikki Haley actually. So if she would have been on the ticket,
he didn't ask you if you liked her. He said, "What happened to her?"
She decided to go up against Trump. It was not her time to do so, and she just like the
It wasn't her time. Can you name me one policy that Nikki Haley had on her campaign?
No, to be honest, I couldn't. I know she was very big on foreign policy.
All right, then shut the fuck up about misogyny.
What is that?
What happened to Hector? But Erica,
Hector don't be taking his ashwagandha sometimes. So sometimes he say stuff and then he'll just take a lap. So that's what happened.
Okay.
Yeah, he'll be back.
But on a serious note, me or you have to run a prompt like that says, "Why do Republicans get a pass?" Because you guys don't judge what Republicans actually do. It's what the Democrats are not doing. Why do Republicans get a pass? It doesn't matter if they're doing the exact same thing or doing absolutely nothing. Especially even from like Black MAGA. Well, I don't expect anything because we don't vote for them. Why do they get a pass?
Exactly.
Why don't they have to do anything?
Why do they get a pass on consistently? Each Republican president since Reagan, because he started this, increased taxes on the middle and working classes.
Well, that's if you make over 174,000, or you'll get a tax cut if you make over 174, right?
How many people make over $174,000?
I work in sales. I do. I work in.
You do. You keep doing this thing, DJ. You keep doing me, I.
But
they're like that's. But think about it. It's not about you. It's not all about you.
Well, I work in sales.
There are other people around you. Okay, stop being selfish. All right. So, answer the question. Because what has the Republican Party actually done to benefit the American people in the last 45 years? What have they done? What have they done for us lately?
That's a very vague question.
It's not. I want to know, what has the Republican Party actually done to benefit the American people? Because answer this then. All right, which party has added 1 million jobs within the last 30 years?
A lot of those numbers were due to COVID.
Which party has added 1 million jobs within the last 30 years?
I guess the Democrats.
No,
but a lot of those
it'll be the Republicans.
Oh, really?
Which party has added 50 million jobs within the last 30 years?
Yeah, I'd have to look at those numbers.
Maybe the Democrats. So there's that. All right. So we have that. The Democratic Party, along with the assistance of John McCain, I won't take that from him, gave us the Affordable Care Act, where it made it so that prescribers could no longer deny people care because of pre-existing conditions, allowing millions of Americans to get the health care that they need. So there's that, DJ. Democrats did that. Shout out.
But are these high-paying jobs, those 50 million? Because if you're saying that the average salary...
High-paying jobs?
Yeah, these salaries are like 54,000.
High-paying
average
jobs.
salary. Yeah. Like
Liv, what are you doing?
Oh, my bad.
Paying positions, or these, what are they? We'd have to look deep into those job numbers, or sorry, those job positions. Because if, you're just, creating these jobs that are kind of dead end jobs, then, I mean, cool, but,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So then which party then actually passed legislation to bring STEM, so that's science, technology, engineering, and math jobs to the United States via the Chips and Sciences Act?
Yeah, that was Biden.
That was Biden. Okay, tell us something comparable that Donald Trump did.
Yeah, I again, maybe it is like entitled and kind of me, but I voted based off of my life and my tax bracket, and what benefited me was that. I mean, like, that's how you vote, and that's how I vote. That's how everybody votes.
Not necessarily, actually. No.
Voting for
I actually vote based off of policy and how it's going to impact not just me, but those around me, including my child, including my parents, including even my neighbors, the kids in my son's classroom. How are these things going to actually impact them? And when I took a look at the bigger picture, I saw that although Kamala Harris wants to increase taxes for those making, I believe it was over $350,000, if not $400,000. Hold on one moment. I'll get right. One moment. Just one moment. No, you can't have my food. Are you serious? It's already no, you can't have it. I'm sorry, guys. What I was saying was, even though she wanted to increase the taxes, the tax rate for people who made over a certain amount of money, which you wouldn't have actually been impacted by, DJ, because you don't make that much money. You just told us how much money you make. All right.
Well, I work in sales, so it's not some years.
It can go up and down. We know, sure, whatever. Anywho, so people who have money, they still would have had money. They still be wealthy. They still be rich. All right. Under Kamala Harris. And people who are in the middle class and in the working class would have had a few extra dollars in their pocket. And that would have been okay. Because that would have gave them the ability, DJ, to buy whatever the hell is you're selling. All right. It would have gave them more opportunity to buy what you're selling, right? But now under Donald Trump, all right, although people are going to get a small tax cut, DJ, all right, people are also have the potential of losing their Medicaid coverage, their health insurance. So they have that. They also have the potential to be losing their SNAP benefits, which means more cash out of their own pockets to pay for things like hospital visits and also groceries, which are steadily increasing month by month by month. So that's going to give them less opportunity to spend money and put it back and circulate it in our economy. Donald Trump, in fact, did not help you. So yes, DJ, while you may be paying less in taxes, what's going to happen is you're going to have less people who can buy your product. Does that make sense?
It does.
Okay, that's cool.
So,
Hey, shout out to Phil for the $3. Phil said, why do they not understand that if you uplift the middle and working class, you boost the economy, job availability, reduce costs as a country, and create incentives for people to work? Exactly, Phil. They do not understand community because they're too concerned with hyper individualism.
But I am working class. I don't claim to be not working class. I voted
bullshit.
Last man.
You were literally just talking about how much money you make and that you voted for Donald Trump because it's going to benefit your wallet. Okay, you are not working class, my guy. Anywho, also shout out to Melissa for the $10. Melissa said, my parents are Republicans, but thankfully they are smart enough to not vote for Trump. Shout out to your parents. Well, shout out to Melissa's parents. Drop those hearts in the chat for Phil and also for Melissa. All right, guys, if I'm doing my math right, we're now at $45 until our daily donation goal. $45 left to go. Pay links are in the bio. Everything with Erica is the name. PayPal and Venmo is the best way to support the live Also have a Zelle, everythingwitherica9@gmail.com. And YouTube, you now get to send super chat. So if you want to support me as a creator, you can do so via super chat. I appreciate all of you so much. Thank you for the love, the support, the encouragement, and most definitely the engagement, guys. We're almost halfway there on the Rockets. Let's clear out the Rockets and let's get Liv and Kiana over 2,000 coins. All right, especially Kiana, because I'm gonna have a word with Liv after this live. Okay. All right, DJ, you were saying something, and
well, respectfully, Melissa's parents are probably George Bush Republicans, which are not.
Don't be cruel.
Well,
I was about to tell you something. You were saying something, so just don't be cruel. Try your damnness to not be deplorable.
Who, me?
Yes, you, DJ. You.
Listen, I agree that some MAGA are are MAGA. Yes. However, I don't think that Republicans are any better. Like those old school Republicans, George Bush Republicans, those are the fucking deplorables, I think, too. Yep. The ones that get us into wars, that fund all
on a job.
Bullshit. So yeah, you can say that, Republicans are better than MAGA, but I respectfully disagree.
I heard part of that, DJ. Anywho, Kiana, you got anything left for DJ?
Yeah, if you want to bring another MAGA up here.
I think that he just doesn't realize what he's accepting out of this movement. And even if he does, he's being obtuse on purpose. So
exactly. Because it's literally all about their cruelty.
Yeah, you didn't prove that you wasn't deplorable. You didn't prove that you were deplorable. You actually said next time that you vote you were gonna lean into it. So
I mean JD Vance. I don't think that makes sense.
That would be you leaning into it. He's literally the Manchurian candidate. He is the Heritage Foundation's pick. So that's who he is.
If Gavin Newsom is going to run against him, it's going to be him versus JD. How is Gavin Newsom, the nephew of Nancy Pelosi, any better than JD Vance? I'd like to hear that.
You don't know that. You're speculating that Gavin Newsom is going to be the candidate.
He's 1,000% going to. And by the way, he's trying to be like Trump, mocking him. That's just Trump being Trump. Gavin Newsom looks like an idiot trying to act like that.
That's your opinion. You're entitled to whatever.
So when it's a mirror in front of Trump, they're being an asshole. But when Trump doing it, it's not.
But that's
just Trump being an asshole because Trump's an asshole. So you're okay with the president being an asshole?
We're just doing more handouts. It's just more passes. Republicans. I'm trying to tell y'all, Republicans get all of the passes. They don't
all of the passes.
No, they don't, because I don't like Ken Bondi. I don't like.
Hey, Kiana, I was about to say something. I was about to say they are the white men of politics.
Where?
I was about to say they are the white men of politics.
Literally and yeah, literally and figuratively.
Exactly.
What?
I criticize my party all the time.
They have passes for everything, like nothing. They're not accountable, responsible for nothing.
But and then you guys say, well, I criticize them all the time. Do you think that just because you put the criticism in the atmosphere, but you don't hold them accountable?
But I do. I don't fuck with Pam Bondi, even though she's the first female.
Y'all don't, though. Like, you don't.
Doesn't make misogynist at all.
If you guys held Donald Trump accountable, he wouldn't have been president again.
I get the 8 million should have came out to vote for Kamala, and you would have blew Trump out of the water. That's your party's problem.
Yeah, okay. And I thought you said that you wasn't a Republican at first. Now you're full-blown Republican in MAGA?
Wait, I never
moderate
Republican. I don't like Republicans. Yeah, I'd rather identify as a MAGA conservative than a Republican.
Yeah, but you say your party.
Republicans are old, stuffy white men that like to get us into wars and offer absolutely nothing. They're when I think of Republicans, I think of George Bush. Fuck him.
We're gonna lean into that one, DJ. Catch a bubble. Hold on for a moment. Shout out to Phil for the $3. Another $3. Phil said, like normal, they don't know what working class is. The working class typically are one paycheck away from poverty and make normally less than 75K. There's that part. Hey, Dean. So there's that part. You are not the working class. You're just not. All right. You actually would be considered middle class, if not upper middle class with that income. So shout out to Phil. Thank you so much for the $3. And also M Wiggle sent us another Zelle. All right. Let me take a look here. All right. It doesn't recognize my face. Me and my phone are going to have to talk. Okay. So let's see. Shout out to M Wiggles for the $2 on Zelle. All right, that actually gets us down to even. I was trying to say even. I don't know what I was trying to say actually. I was trying to say whole. Gets us down to an even $40, guys. An even $40. That's the remaining amount in our daily donation goal. Thank you guys so much for the love and support. Pay links are in the bio. Thank you so much for what you do. I appreciate y'all. DJ, did you just say that you don't like Republicans because they remind you of old stuffy guys who sit in rooms and start wars?
Yeah, I just think
that sounds like Trump to me.
I just think of 9/11 and I think of George Bush, and I think that he, again, I don't want to get conspiracy here, but I think you
need
know.
to get the tinfoil.
I think you might, yeah.
I might waste some of my good foil for you.
Are you trying to defend George Bush?
Why would I defend George Bush? Who would do that?
So
who would do that?
I believe that he got us into war.
But you're okay. You believe he got us into war, so on and so forth. We already know that. We're 2 wars that we got into under him. Yeah, we know. But the thing is what about? No, I don't have Cash App, and we can't use Santana's right now. So there's that. Only PayPal and Venmo. But thank you so much for thinking about me, Bubs. I appreciate you. DJ, Donald Trump, the guy who currently has a warship off the coast of Venezuela, who sent Marines down to Venezuela to apparently handle the cartel. That guy, the guy who also has another warship off the coast of Mexico, the country that's supposed to be our ally, that guy isn't sitting in a stuffy room looking to start wars.
But the cartels have attacked us. The Iraqis have never attacked America. So George Bush had no right to go into Iraq and kill 700,000 civilians, as opposed to the cartels. You think the cartels are innocent? Is this real? Wait, you think the cartels are innocent? Iraq was should have been left alone. You can agree with that,
sir. No? I have a question for you.
W cartels.
Oh my God.
I have a question because, like, seriously, as if we didn't, if we didn't participate in the proliferation of cartels, as if the government did not do that. If they didn't, as if they didn't work with them in the late 70s and also of course, throughout the 80s and 90s, as if they didn't do that, work with the cartels, embolden and empower them. As if they didn't do that, that's crazy.
That's not a Trump thing. That's a 70. Listen, I'm 32. I don't know about all that. I'm a millennial, so I don't know about what the government.
So you don't know history.
In the 80s. I just know that George Bush got into an unnecessary war, which actually is when Trump started to get into politics, because it relates to Trump. He's not the Republican Party. The Republican Party is dead. MAGA is now the party. So it's Democrats.
Yeah,
first.
We don't disagree with you on that. Like, we don't disagree with you because we say that all the time, that the Republican Party is no longer that it is MAGA. Like, I don't disagree with you. Like, Donald Trump has come in and he has taken over with his ideology of fascism and this far right conservatism. We get that part. But the thing is that you're saying that Donald Trump isn't a warmonger when Donald Trump got us involved in the 12 days war for no reason whatsoever. And also, he is the one who actually contributed to Iran being able to increase their uranium production, the nuclear, basically. So I can't remember what it's called now. I just had a brain fart because I saw a comment. Okay, so Donald Trump did that in May, removing the United States from the Iran nuclear deal and doing nothing else to basically counter it or to replace it. So he did that.
But wait, most Iranians agree with him bombing.
Where do you get that from?
Well, my Uber driver said that he's very happy with Trump.
I'm sorry, the fuck? I'm supposed. Oh my God, are we supposed to trust your Uber driver now?
I know you fucking lying. I know he's lying, Eric.
Like you have to be a serious person.
No, but you don't agree that Iranians are happy that, first off, the Iranians live under a very restrictive regime. So yeah, fuck that government.
No. You don't get to keep talking. All right. You said that Iranians are happy that that Trump dropped them boom booms. on those 3 facilities. That's what you said.
Yes.
So you don't actually have a source. Your source is your Uber driver, right?
Well, I laughed. I was trying to be funny, but that's what I've heard from my Uber driver.
I hate it here.
Yep.
Kiana, I hate it. You got it. I don't want to touch it anymore. I'm just going to say this before I pass it off to you, Kiana. Let me read these here.
Am I about to get dropped?
You never know. The suspense. It's the thrill of it all, DJ. The thrill of it all.
Because I just remember that Alina would drop me like that.
Can you quit? Thanks. Appreciate you. All right. Shout out to Dean for the $5. Dean said now Trump wants to rename the Department of Defense the Department of War. But Trump's not a warmonger, guys. He's not a warmonger at all. Wink, wink. What the fuck? What are we doing here? Thank you, Dean, for that $5. I appreciate you, love. Drop some hearts in the chat for Dean, y'all. Also, let me see here. I seen it. Oh, Sandra, thank you, Sandra, for the $10 on Venmo that just came in. Sandra said, because you I'm so sorry for saying your name. I'm so sorry, but I won't tell anyone who you actually are, but I know who you are. So thank you so very much. Thank you. Because you rep us seasoned girlies well. Thank you. You called me seasoned. Thank you. I'm almost 60, y'all. I'm almost 60.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am. Shut up. You don't know my life. All right. And there was one more. I saw it come through. I have to pull it. Let me see here. Bicycles. I definitely move like I'm 60, but I'm just almost 60. Good grief. Long days, guys. Long days. I'm going to need an evening nap after this. All right. And guys, massive, huge shout outs. Let me see all of the hearts in the chat. All right. We just got, oh my gosh. Thank you so much. Thank you, Violet, for the $45 on PayPal. Violet said, thank you for all that you do. I hope you never burn out and know that I am with you and support you to the end. We will prevail. I know that's right. Thank you. All right. As Martin said, we shall overcome. All right. We are going to overcome this. Thank you so much, Violet. I appreciate you. I appreciate all of you. Thank you all so very much. Drop some hearts in the chat for all the donators, guys. Oh, the donors. Why do I say donators? I'm going to work on that. All right. Kiana, let's
did you
know
that aliens are planning to invade Earth by 2040?
No, but I know that Sharia law is soon going to take over.
Yeah, like when I was at McDonald's, the worker told me that.
I deserve that. That's fine.
Okay.
I'm just
I can't stand you, Kiana.
But my Uber driver also told me that 85% of Iranians don't fuck with their government.
Oh my God! Does he know 85% too?
Well, he knows that his wife lives in Iran, and first off, they kill stray animals.
Seriously, the people that you claim don't have the ability to have free speech. They did a survey and talked about the government that would not allow them to speak.
Wait, are you
saying you guys say that they don't have a right to speak, right? They have no freedom of speech to speak up against their government. How did they get the poll?
How did they get the poll?
Yeah, for the 85%.
So,
right, the aliens. I think that you should start getting your underground bunker.
Wait a second. You know that the Iranian regime is oppressive against women and minorities. So why would he?
I don't want to talk about that. the country as if the women in America are not oppressed. Like
women in America are not oppressed.
It is.
We
absolutely. All right, YouTube, we should be back. Thank you, only one. YouTube, we should be back up and running. I'm sorry, guys.
Won 2 elections. I don't think that you're oppressed at all. But
you said don't do it.
And also, as a gay man, I don't feel oppressed at all. But you guys like to make me think that I am.
You are.
I'm not. I live my life very, very free.
You are. Okay, but I'm not trying to get in that because I'm not a part of that community. But I am going to speak on being Black and being a woman. Women are definitely an oppressed class within the United States of America. What do you think makes people oppressed?
Yeah, that's a good question, Kiana.
Sorry, what was your question?
What is your definition of people being oppressed?
Like the people that live in Iran, the women that live in Iran.
No, you don't even have to like go to another country. I just want your definition. That doesn't require you using someone as an example.
consumption.
Well, I can assure you that no Christian in 2025, at least, is eating
Jeffrey Dahmer,
a black person. Actually, there was a case in Florida where a white homeless man was a black man. So if you want to get into that, we can get into that too.
You guys have a history of eating us, and I'm just wondering, why did you guys eat us?
Number one, I don't identify as a Christian. Number two,
you're white.
I've never eaten a person before, so
I don't believe it. Do you have a deep freezer in your basement?
Just ask his Uber driver.
Yeah, ask his Uber driver.
Ask his Uber driver or the Uber Eats driver, whichever one.
Who be eating people? That's crazy.
You can ask people from other countries what's happening. It doesn't mean that it's null and void.
I don't think. Are you familiar with what an anecdote is?
Yeah, like anecdotal experiences, sure. Doesn't mean that it's not true.
So it's but it's something that is personal to that person, something that they're experienced. So no one negates what someone is experienced, but again, singular is their experience. All right. We can't say that the whole group or the whole society is experiencing it.
Well,
that's why we have data and stats.
You guys talk about MAGA all the time as a whole.
Yeah.
Don't you? But wait, you guys talk about MAGA as a whole.
Because we have data and stats. So there's that. So did you talk to multiple Iranians? Like, did you go and like all of your Uber drivers?
Well, one of my close friends is also Iranian, and she also agrees with what Trump did. They want that regime to fall. Remember when I think in the 70s, Iranian women didn't have to wear that thing on their head and they were free. And you know what caused that?
Can't wear box braids, but listen.
That's
Thank you, Liv. The fuck?
I just wanted to point out though, right, that though they may hate the United States, that's fine, right? Though they may hate that regime, that's fine. They hate the United States more. So the United States is destabilized since 1953. Dictator after dictator, coup, oppressive regime after oppressive regime. And this is why they say unalive America, because what the United States consistently does to them. Now look, at the end of the day, what you're saying,
I actually agree with that. I think that America sticks their hands in everyone's fucking business. So I agree with you on that.
Yeah. Thank you for the concession.
Liv. He say he thinks that America sticks their hands in everyone's business. Yeah, he voted for Donald Trump.
Donald Trump sticks his hands.
Kamala said that she would be
he stuck his hands in E. Jean Carroll's business.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
Can we not move past it? Like, yes, like, and it's one of those things to where, like, he's a criminal.
He is a criminal.
The worst of America. And, like, dude is up here trying to tout him like he's the Pope.
Exactly.
He's the great white hope. Like, look, he's not going to save y'all from the inevitable, bro. And y'all are depopulating yourselves with these poor ideologies. Capitalism is eating you alive. White supremacy has you jumping off a tall building. And at the end of the day, y'all deserve it. And that's the messed up part of it. That's that. That's the absolute.
Save us? I'll tell you who will save us. If we collectively unite against.
No, why would black, let me ask you a question. What do you bring to the table?
Because the government.
Table that. Let's shelve that for 2 seconds. Okay. Let me read this one. It's a little bit off topic, but I still want to read it because shout out to Phil for the $3. Phil said 9 states have introduced legislation to stop gay marriage, including 5 requesting the Supreme Court to overturn Obergefell. So there's that. Oh, guys, guess what? I just got the email. Our perks have been approved. So now we can do memberships on YouTube. So if you are on YouTube, maybe refresh your screen. I don't know. Maybe they'll be there. We don't know. Let's see what happens. But yes, you can become a member on YouTube. And guess what? You get access to the Discord. Okay. I said it like Oprah because I'm really excited. So you can be in the Discord. You can be in the Discord. I hope YouTube's not frozen. All right. Because you can be a part of the Discord. Okay. There we go. All right. DJ, what do you bring to the table?
Specifically.
As a white man, what do you bring to the table?
Well, I wasn't talking about race. I was saying collectively as American citizens, we should. I don't want to get your life taken down. We should all go against the government. But that's
we wouldn't want to. Why should we ride?
None of us will.
Why would black people? Why would any person of color stand alongside white people?
Wait, really?
I'm asking. That's an honest question.
Did you just say why would black people not stand with white people?
Stop pretending to be offended and answer the question. He didn't
why would any
stutter
person
or
of color
anything of that nature.
stand alongside white people?
Because I don't even know how to answer that, because we're your brothers and sisters. I don't know.
No.
I don't know you.
We don't know you. Who is you? Who white baby is this?
Who? This baby's from the Caucasus.
You're introducing me to a MAGA white person.
Papa, who baby is this?
You're just introducing me to a MAGA white person.
Listen, I just want to know, like, what the why would we align? Why would any person of color align with white people?
Well, why did you align with Joe Biden? Why did you vote for him?
I'm asking you. You said we need to stand together to go against.
Well, I never said anything about
why
race.
Should we stand? What do you guys bring to the table?
But you talked about.
Why can't you answer the question? I know what black people bring to the table. We bring a lot.
You don't think white people bring anything to the table?
No. What do you bring to the table?
In terms of, I was talking about a civil war. We would fight alongside you. We can bring our pew-pews with us.
We don't want those.
You don't want to fight against the government? The one that's
we don't want to fight. We don't want to fight with you.
The one that's oppressing all of us?
We don't want to fight with you. Like, unless you can convince us, here's your chance. Tell us why.
Why do they always act like the government is like some superficial?
Because the government is not.
As if the government is not composed of the vast majority of white people. They're not superheroes.
The people that they voted for, they put in the power.
Soon you guys will realize that the government does not care whether it's a Republican or Democrat. They don't give a fuck about any of us.
I know that Kit came up because Kit wanted to ask a question. So go ahead, Kit. You have the floor.
Thank you very much. I apologize for going off the topic, but I want to back up just for a moment, if that's okay.
No worries, you're good. Go ahead.
Yeah. DJ, you had the audacity to bring up Iran and how women are oppressed there. Do you know what the first right that was taken from women in Iran was so that they are where they're at today?
I don't.
Oh, it was our right to our bodies. That's what it was. It was our ability to make our own medical decisions. That's what was taken from them first, before they were stripped of their right to vote, before they were told how they needed to dress in public. Before all of that happened, they were first stripped of their autonomy. So you have the audacity to say we're not oppressed here when we're going on the same fucking path. You want to bring up Iran and act like they're so awful when we're literally doing the blueprint of what they did. So please don't. I'm not talking. You have not been introduced, sir. I'm not talking to you. You haven't been introduced. I'm asking DJ a question.
I'm about to say, DJ, when'd you get so rude? No, that was the Nitty guy. Hey, Nitty, you haven't been introduced. Please stay on mute. Thank you. Go ahead, Kit.
That's all that I really wanted to ask him, because he's having the audacity to bring up a whole other country when he doesn't even know the history of how that happened, and he's like, "Oh, women aren't oppressed here."
Well,
it's okay that you can't make your own medical decisions. That's fine. It's okay you're unaliving.
That's not oppression.
Yeah, it's okay you're unaliving because there's literally medical deserts now where we can't even get basic health care, let alone AB or miscarriage care if we needed it. That's fine, right? Because you don't want to actually look at the history of Iran. You just want to use another country and be, phobic and say, "Oh, well."
Is oppressive is not a controversial thing to say. Also, they fall under Islam. That has nothing to do with, policy.
They're all Abrahamic religions. They're all Abrahamic religions. Don't do that. Don't act like it's so different. It's not.
It is. It very much is. If you're comparing America to Iran, you need to get your head checked. Genuinely.
That's cute. That's adorable. We're the same age, sweetheart. Don't act like you're above me.
Can I get introduced so I can at least sigh at the things this girl says?
That's a grown woman, so be respectful, please. Thank you. No, not yet. Thanks. Be patient. We appreciate you. All right.
Erica, because you
thank God the trash took itself out. Look at that. Hey, hold on one moment, DJ. Hold on. Hey, Kiana, Liv. Do y'all want to have some fun? Okay. Okay. She's a ridiculous person.
Hey,
I'm on YouTube, Claire. Turn it off right now. Turn it off.
No, like seriously, Erica.
I am a Whitney
Here
stand.
comes Tucson. Tucson been following us around for like a few weeks now. Isn't it cute?
I definitely don't want to like steer away from the conversation Liv was having with America. I just wanted to ask that question because it was just the audacity he had to bring up another country when he doesn't even know how that started.
But how is that audacity? That's not a controversial statement to make. And I think
it actually is a controversy. It's hypocritical because you're looking. No. I'm gonna tell you why it's hypocritical. God, let me finish. Jeez, it's hypocritical because of the fact that you are outlining and basically discussing the civil rights and human rights violations against women in Iran, but you're ignoring those that are happening at your front door here in the United States of America. Like we don't have access to our bodies, like our own bodily autonomy here in the United States. Also, we don't have no. Also, like women, although women are can work in the United States, we still are paid less than men. Specifically, Black women are paid less than not just men, but also other women. And we also have higher domestic violence rates in this country. What else do we have in this country? Jesus Christ! They want to take away what is it? The no fault divorces. So they want to do that, and like
lesbians have the
we
highest.
are not free.
Y'all are pretty. Y'all can rough and tough it because lesbians.
I'm sorry, y'all. Who's a lesbian?
I'm just saying lesbian.
Am I giving lesbian?
No, I'm saying like.
Is it giving lesbian?
Females. That's what I meant.
You meant women. Stop that. You know better. Jesus Christ.
I really want to show my.
I'm checking out in real time.
Live?
This is me checking out.
A woman means female. So what?
This is literally me checking out. Nope, DJ, not gonna do this with you. I already told you, not doing it. Shut up. Anywho, no, you don't have camera access, Claire. So chill out. Okay. Kiana, I think you're seeing me check out in real time.
It's you.
This is a lot.
This
is a lot. So,
Erica, I love you. You're so cute. I love all.
Stop.
She's cute. I mean, is she a puppy?
I know, right? What the hell? Do you want me to do a trick for you, Claire?
I like all your stuff you post on your what do you call it? Stories? I don't know. Instagram? I don't know.
Is she an aunt?
I don't know what she is.
Do you stuff stories? I don't know what it is on TikTok. I know what Instagram is. I'm saying on TikTok, you post a lot of stuff. It's cute.
How do you know about my Instagram?
I don't know you about your Instagram. I'm saying on your TikTok, you look cute. That's it.
That picture does not match your voice. But...
So, Claire, how many have you had tonight?
Not enough.
Oh, but you have had some?
Not enough, honey.
Okay.
I'm in Manhattan. I want to show you the view. You can't let me. I can't show my view.
You don't have camera access, Claire. So you don't have enough followers or something in order to get camera access. But, we can imagine.
I do this for fun, but I'm in Manhattan, New York.
Enjoy. Have a Manhattan for us, okay?
Take an Uber.
I thought it was going to be fun, Kiana, but it wasn't fun.
Bad.
I didn't want to do it anymore. It was. All right, I'm hungry. Okay, I think it's time to eat food.
Oh, wow, my mic wasn't just working. I could tell because my box wasn't lighting up.
Yeah, what's going on? You wanted to say something?
No, it's okay. But I just realized that it wasn't because I had said something and then you didn't respond. So I was like, can you hear me? And then you didn't say anything. Then I was like, my box ain't lighting up.
Oh, okay. Okay, let me do a quick mod announcement really quick here. Hey, guys, it's still 400 of us hanging out here. Let's go ahead and get this up to 300,000 likes before we call it. Also, let's knock out the rocket ships, I think it is. I'm not sure what they're called, but we're going with rocket ships. Let's knock out the rocket ships. We only have 5 of those to go. Also, let's get Kiana and Liv over 2,000 coins, guys. Please, don't embarrass me. Not tonight. Like, guys, we finally are doing like all of the awesome things on YouTube. I'm like so excited. I almost jumped out of my seat today. And y'all know my excitement level is like, I'm excited. Yay. I was like, oh my God. And so that was real excitement, guys, like super duper excited. So anywho, guys, let's keep doing all other good things while we are here. Show the panel love. DJ is still here. And we also have this gentleman, Tucson, on the panel. Tucson, did you vote for Donald Trump?
I voted Chase Oliver.
A third party vote.
Yep.
Sorry, can I just ask, did you vote for Biden in 2020? Are you one of the 8 million who didn't come out for Kamala?
No, I voted for Trump in 2020.
Okay.
Deconstructing journey. It hasn't really started, but he constantly wants to learn from Black people.
Yep.
Oh God. I'm sorry. Black folks' labor is not free. Kit, you want it?
No, I donate to the education.
Exactly. He constantly wants to push back on it.
You froze right then.
Sorry, I said, do you want it? Do you want it? You can, because I was saying Black people's labor ain't free. So I said, Kit.
He just comes up and then also kind of tone polices us at the same time. So he's a work in progress. We're working on him.
I'm happy to change for the better.
Okay.
Advice to you is just to sit in some Black spaces and listen instead of trying to be a part of the conversation.
That part.
Exactly.
But I feel like a vote for a third party is just a vote for Trump. Like it's.
Oh my gosh, you just want somebody to be part of the 8 million. You don't got a bed, like a pillow to be hugging right now.
Well, actually, I have a hot water bottle on me, and I'm hugging that. So
my take is, no matter who's president, I'm going to succeed and do pretty well, and things don't actually change all that much from one president to another because there's a lot of checks and balances.
Right, and what do we call that when you're insulated? Because you have
privilege.
Right, there we go, buddy. Yeah.
But I feel like anybody can have white privilege.
No,
as weird as that sounds.
Not anybody can have white privilege.
you can
have
have
to be white.
No, you can have it as a Black person.
What white privilege do I have?
Any privilege I have, you can have it.
What white privilege do I have?
You can have it. You can have
no,
more money,
I'm leaning
you can
in
have
for
a better
this.
job,
Please tell
you
me.
can have a more stress-free life. If you want it, you can obtain it.
Keanu, you sure it's deconstructing?
I say.
I said it hasn't started yet, though.
Oh,
but
okay.
He realizes, like, when you debunk his talking points, that what he's saying doesn't make sense. But then the next day he comes back, and it's like starting all the way over.
Oh God, it sounds exhausting.
I think what Tucson means is like people like Tim Scott has white privilege.
What white privilege does Tim Scott have?
Is what you guys claim is that he is not a real, like he's, what do you guys say? He's kinfolk, he's skin folk, but not kinfolk. That's what you would say.
DJ, I swear to God.
That's what you guys would say about Tim Scott, no?
DJ?
So my thing is,
you're doing too much. Calm down.
My thing is, it's like first generation African Americans that, their parents come from Africa and were born there. They come in here and they're outpacing the 4th, 5th, 6th generational, Black Americans, and pacing them in education and pacing them in.
Not know that when it comes to immigrants to this country, like let's say the Nigerian immigrants, what is happening is that they actually have access to different types of programs and loans that native born citizens don't have access to. Did you know that, Tucson? And then also is exactly STLA. They do come with money here to the States. Because I don't know if you know, but it is really hard. Poor. I'm going to pull a DJ here. It's extremely expensive to actually immigrate here to the U.S. from places like
Nigeria.
Nigeria.
They come with just the less. If they're doing so successful in their home countries, why would they immigrate here? They immigrate for better lives is the answer. Thus saying they're not really coming from like a lot of success and money, as you might assume.
Kiana?
No, but what I was about to say, Tucson, though, like, I don't know if you read. I would say I don't know if you read the background and if Erica is comfortable, because this is not like a conversation of racism. like she's talking to MAGA.
Yeah, so there's some things I like, I guess, that Donald Trump is doing.
Yeah, like what?
I like the no tax on tips. I'm a tipped employee in certain aspects of my employment. And then so that will save a couple bucks at the end of the year.
Oh, at the end of the year. Yeah, because you know that's not gonna be like a weekly thing, right? And
No, it's just I don't have to pay taxes on it at the end of the year.
No, at the beginning of the year, you'll know you're still gonna have to pay taxes. It's still gonna be very much tax.
No, but like the tip I get it not basically claimed. So say I make $40,000 and 10,000 of it was tipped, I don't have to pay taxes on that $10,000.
You do because it's already come out. But when you do your
tax, it doesn't come out with Uber and Lyft.
One more time.
Uber and Lyft and DoorDash, they don't tax you until you're taxed at the end of the year. So it doesn't come out of your like paycheck.
Oh, so you're being super specific because he's not wrong.
So these things are
you have to keep track of it and put a certain amount. Like typically people will put 30% to the side. So yeah, he's not wrong.
I save
what
up
about
for tax season
your
because I usually have to owe like 1,000 or 2,000. I write off a lot of stuff, but
what about the servers? What about those people? What about barbers who get tips?
So servers, same thing.
Nah.
You know, they're taxed on their what the money they get. You know,
no, servers are taxed. Servers are taxed because they receive a paycheck, so they're taxed on the tips that they receive.
So, for instance, I used to be a bartender, and like minimum wage for service employees because we work on tips was like I think it was like $3 or around there, you know, per hour. And then so at the end of the pay period, my paycheck was nearly $0 because and sometimes it was $0 because I made so much in tips.
Correct. That's how that works.
Yeah. So now, if the tips, you don't have to pay taxes on those at the state or federal at the end of the year. So you'll get more money. You'll get more money back.
Yeah, that's
in a server, you'll get more money back as a Uber driver / DoorDash, whatever. You'll pay less. Is kind of what this is gonna.
I'm not familiar with how Uber or DoorDash works, which is why I didn't have a comment on that. But I know for a fact with the waitress field that it's not going to change too much of their material condition because a lot of people get cash tips, and I'm telling you, we didn't really report those cash tips from the get-go. So it's actually recommended
at Outback, for instance, at Outback Steakhouse, I worked there for 6 years. Anytime someone paid the bill in cash, I had even if they didn't tip 10%, I still had a claim. It did it automatically was tipped 10%, which is usually a little bit lower. 10% is pretty low. I mean, usually I averaged around like 15 or 16%.
So riveting! Oh my god, it's so fucking riveting. This conversation is awesome. It's so riveting. Like, oh my gosh, this is fantastic.
And everybody's system is not set up like that though. Like you can't go based off. Everybody doesn't make you do that. Like some people even are resulting to what do they call it? Like the
Tiana, here's the thing that would help.
I don't know why
if you wanted to claim more money, they say you're like trying to buy a house.
You seem to do that like a lot. Like, let me finish my sentence first, and then you can go. There are a lot of different contributing factors to how waitresses get paid depending on the restaurant. Like we also have a lot of people that do a pooled tip jar where everybody kind of puts in and it gets divided amongst workers. You have where they have to tip out the bartender. It's so many different factors, but the no tax on tip is not changing waitresses or bartenders' material conditions. Promise you it's not.
Hey, Kit, I'm going to let you down, but thank you so much for stopping by.
Thank you.
I appreciate you.
Thank you, Erica.
Of course.
Bye, guys.
So you as a server or bartender might want to start claiming more cash tips for a couple different reasons. And the reason is you're not going to be taxed on it, but you can also prove that you made more money, which means when it's time for loans, if you wanted to like buy a house.
Oh my God, the next 2 years are
made,
going to be so awesome for people who get tips. Oh my gosh, it's going to be friggin' amazing. No, it's not. It's just not.
I mean, it's not
Why
going to be
didn't he
amazing.
Why didn't
it's
he
just
make it
gonna help.
permanent? But why didn't he make it permanent then?
I don't
He
know.
made the corporate tax cuts
maybe
permanent.
they will make it permanent. The next president, I don't know, or whatever.
I don't know, but no, I'm asking you, why didn't Donald Trump make it permanent? If he cared so much, and this wasn't him just being doing a ploy, being performative, why didn't he just make this permanent?
Because it's the first time it's been done. So maybe if it fails as a whole, maybe they'll just, I don't know. I don't know why. It's only a couple of years.
Yeah.
Do you have any suspicion? Maybe because it's just like he's just
it's not sustainable
for the moment.
That's why, because it's not sustainable, and it won't work out. Also, it's unfair to the populace because only about 27% of Americans actually work in a tech industry. So why should their tax burden be less than those making the same amount with the W-2? Like, come on, make it make sense. It's not sustainable. So there's that. But Raven is here. Raven wanted to talk to you about the no taxes on tips. I'm giving them the opportunity to. Raven, the floor is yours. Also, if you're not a Trump supporter, please hop out of the box. If you're not a Trump supporter, hop out of the box. All right. I think I have room for one more Trump supporter. I'm lying. This is it. Go ahead, Raven.
All right. So the no tax on tips is only for employees and occupations that customarily and regularly receive tips. The government gets to decide. You still pay state, local, and income taxes. And if the state doesn't decide that delivery drivers like Uber, whatever, aren't regularly tipped, then you don't get that tax deduction.
Damn.
You still have to pay federal taxes, Social Security taxes, Medicare, all of that. And you get a tax deduction at the end of the year if the government decides that you are a tipped employee.
Yeah, so how it's going to work is whatever you get paid on tip, so say, like I said, say you made 40,000 and 10,000 was tipped, you're only going to get taxed on the 30,000. That's how it works.
But only if the government decides that your line of work is a customarily and tipped
Uber, Lyft. I mean, I think that's been decided. I think server's been decided. So, yeah,
it'll be servers, barbers, service industry. They don't necessarily have to give delivery drivers that same benefit, and you still have to report your tips.
Yeah, it is reported.
Thanks, Mermaid.
So you're still going to get taxed on it. You'll get a tax deduction, but it's not going to be like no tax on tips all the way across.
Yeah, it's just going to save me a couple bucks. That's just one way I like them. I like the immigration policies right now. I like cleaning up DC.
Like $120 a year is worth everything that's going on.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, I don't think things actually like change that much, but I'm for this immigration policy.
Because you're a white man. I don't know what it's like gonna take, right?
Well, here, let me ask you this: do you like to pay more or less for rent? You like to pay more or less for rent?
I don't have rent. I have a mortgage.
All right. Do you like to pay less or more on your mortgage?
Less.
All right. Well, this is what's going to happen. When immigrants go out, they're not competing for the housing.
That's not how any of this works.
So that's how.
Jesus
Christ. It is. Yes, it is. More people here inflates the housing market.
Do you
Mortgages
think that?
rent.
No.
Yes, it does.
No.
Really not how it works.
I can change is my property taxes that would cause my premium to go up. That's it, and that's all.
More people fighting for housing makes everything go up.
We currently have more houses.
And would you say that the immigrants that are
thank you,
here
Raven.
illegally?
Did you hear what? Did you hear what Raven just said? We currently have more vacant homes in the United States of America than we have unhoused people. Okay. All right. So what is happening here, all right, is that we have private equity companies and also investors who have purchased up homes and they're leaving them vacant. Okay. They're leaving them vacant. And also another thing that they're doing to this very day is they're still buying them cash above asking price. That inflates the value of the homes around them. All right. That's why Kiana's property taxes can go up, not because an immigrant moved in and is renting the property down the street. That's not how this works. What are we doing? Tucson, what are we doing here?
So you have an apartment complex.
Make it make sense.
You have an apartment complex, and
Jesus
every single
Christ.
one is occupied.
Do you
every
know
unit's
that
occupied.
rental markets actually follow
You get
housing markets?
one that's
know
open,
that?
and
No. I'm not doing this example with you. I want to see if you understand this. All right. If the housing market, all right, is increasing, so the cost to buy a home is going up. Do you know that the rental market follows the same trend? So if houses are selling for more, apartments and homes, condos, townhomes, so on and so forth, whatever is a rental property, is going to increase. It's called market value. Like, what are we doing here? What the fuck are we doing where we come to the point where we're actually blaming immigrants for increasing the cost of fucking homes? That doesn't make any sense whatsoever. How are you trying to use these people as a scapegoat?
Well, it's a drop in the bucket.
I am
what
too
it is.
hungry and
but there's
too
many
tired
drops, and it's
for
still
this
in the bucket.
conversation. Tucson, Tucson, whichever. I hope you have a great night. Okay, bye. I'm hungry, guys. I'm done. I'm hungry. I'm hungry. I can't do it anymore. Got attitude. That's why I yelled at the DoorDash guy earlier, because I was hungry then. I'm hangry now. That was over 3 hours ago.
We are cooked as a society. Yo.
Super cooked. We are fried.
I mean, like we are so
Great conversation. That was great.
right for who?
He actually is right about more immigrants.
Swear to God.
And I'll leave it at
Stop
that.
it, because you tell fibs. You tell fibs. You're fibbing. I have one more to read out, and it's from Cousin Jesse. Cousin Jesse sent $5, and he said, "Why is DJ talking about the Black community when YT women are refusing to procreate with YT men at an alarming rate? DJ, I suggest you get your own house in order, i.e. fix your community before criticizing anyone else's. Minding your business is free, bruh." You know what?
I tried.
Jesse, hold on. Jesse, that was a read. That was really, really good. I have to tell you something, though. DJ's gay. He don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
He does not care.
Oh, does he mean my white community? I don't. What does he mean? I thought he meant like my gay community. I try and fix that community every day, but
no, you don't.
I do, and I get shut down. But
I'm trying to fix them every day. I don't know what. I don't feel like doing this.
Yeah, we can do it another time.
Okay.
If you haven't noticed, my community has gone just absolutely haywire. But again, that's a conversation for another day.
Fuck out of here.
Thank you, Raven, for coming up, love. I appreciate you. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good night.
You too, love. Good night.
Good night.
I'm tired, y'all. I'm dead. I can't do it no more.
Talk to you tomorrow. Have a good night.
Where you going, Kiana? You have to do the exit thing. I'm tired.
Okay.
This is a lot. This is a lot, guys. I don't know if people understand. It's a lot. We have these conversations.
I mean, what do you do with people that are advocating for fascism? Like, I can't rationalize with people that literally don't care about humanity and others. You guys are advocating for sharecropping, Jim Crow. Like, we're bringing
labor camps,
all of the things. Like, I don't think that people understand how regressive this MAGA movement is. There's no forms of progression.
I don't understand. And you know what's going to hurt them? And they don't realize that it's going to hurt them. Like a person like DJ, it may never touch, but the people around him is going to infect them. Cashless bail being removed. Because Donald Trump has banded in Washington, D.C., and he's trying to basically extort the 50 states from banning it. Like he is basically telling them that if you keep cashless bail, then you won't receive government funding and grants. Okay, got it. Cashless bail is not for violent crimes, guys. It's not. Cashless bail is used for misdemeanors. Have there been errors that have occurred? Yes, there have. There have. All right, but cashless bail, just like even when you release someone on their own recognizance, right, on ROR, stuff happens. Okay, should we get rid of that? No, I don't see anyone advocating get rid of that. So with cashless bail, like let's say if you commit an infraction such as you're hit with trespassing. Trespassing is a non-violent crime. You should be able to basically get booked and get back and then just show up for court, right? That's what you should be able to do. But if they take away cashless bail, a person who is charged with trespassing will have to sit in a jail cell, all right, not just until they see a judge, but until they can pay the bond. All right. And sometimes the bond can be as low as $500, $250, but people can't afford that.
I'm gonna say people can barely keep groceries in their home.
Exactly.
With an extra $500.
Exactly. They can't afford it. So they stay in this jail cell, hoping and praying that some way, somehow, this $250, $500, whichever amount is paid, all the while their rent or their mortgage is not being paid. They're not working. All right. They're not able to take their kids to and from school. So where the kids gonna go at? Foster care? Like, what the fuck are we doing to the point where we think that this is okay? Like, seriously, what are we doing and why?
That's what I. That's just what I'm saying. The whole entire movement of MAGA and what they stand for, none of it makes sense. And it's actually, if they would actually listen to the things that they say, it's actually antithetical to what they say that they want versus what they're actually getting.
Exactly.
I mean, you guys have gotten nothing, absolutely nothing.
Exactly. I'm gonna say something, and I hope that is understood. Kiana, do you think poor white people know that they're next?
No, they always think that they're safe. Like, I hate using him, or any of his quotes because he was a racist SOB. But Lyndon B. Johnson's quote,
yes,
still reigns true today. You guys have let them pick your pockets.
Yep.
Forever. Racism, like that's why I always stress that racism is so expensive. It's probably the highest bill that we have in America. That we need to put that on the list of debts. When we're talking about what are contributing factors to the national, like that is, it has to be number one. Even though we are disproportionately affected by it because it's aimed towards us, that doesn't make you guys exempt. You're still not under the umbrella. You're not safe. The rain is still going to get you. You guys cannot afford to be racist.
You sure can't.
Your children
know that intersection comes into play.
So you, at some point, we got to just give it up and realize that racism doesn't benefit anyone, and those that it does benefit, they don't deserve to be benefited by that anyways. Like, why should someone be able to be reaping benefits of oppressing other people?
Exactly. And I do want like white people, it's the ones that aren't rich. I don't want to necessarily say poor because there are some who are middle class, even like DJ. But like, where has white supremacy got you? Exactly. What has it afforded you? I really do think about that. Like, what have you gotten from it? Like, you participated in this system with no reward whatsoever. None. Because at the end of the day, all right, I honestly think they're coming for you too. I don't think I know. They're coming for you too. First, they came. All right. I've been damn near quoting that damn poem since friggin' November. Like, first they came. And they came from trans people. I know Itchy was talking about this earlier. But it's true. It's just true.
Yep.
And when they come at the poor white people, I think that's when all hell is going to break loose. Maybe we should talk about that off the app, Kiana.
Yeah, absolutely. I just think it's just a silly concept in general. Like, you guys find reasons to be anti-black for what?
For what though? It's for what? For what?
We're such a vibe. Like, and you guys know that though. That's the even crazy. Even the ones that hate us, you guys know
they want to be us.
We are a vibe. So what do you guys gain for the bigoted beliefs that you guys are somehow superior? And I just feel like when you're that, like I tell my kids, when you're that girl, nobody has to tell you.
But here's the thing, Kiana. Here's the thing, and I'm sorry to interrupt, but here's the thing. They have them perpetuating racism onto us while they have them entrapped in a class warfare. Claire, go drink some water. Go drink some water and take a nap. But yeah, they have them perpetuating racism onto us, but they're ensnared in a fucking class warfare where they don't even see that they don't even have upward mobility.
Exactly. And so
we had generations in the trailer park.
Exactly. So, and I'm not gonna even lie. I think that the world is actually finally waking up. I wish that everybody would have woke up this past election, but to those that are waking up, what's the resolution? When are we not just going to talk about it, but actually start to actively work on it? I'm not talking about like, oh, a little foot in here, a little thumb there to like work on progress. I mean, like really your whole full body, because whether you guys believe it or not, the system of white supremacy is always going to have to find someone to oppress. Yep. And when they're done with the part of society that you don't deem necessary, you're next.
1, 2, Trump is coming for you. Might have to create a song for that one. 3, 4, you can't lock the door. Because he's sending the motherfucking National Guard into your cities with guns and stuff. I gotta go before I get a ticket or something here on TikTok and or some shit. I don't know. But guys, thank you all so very much for hanging out with me tonight. Shout out to YouTube and Twitch for all that you've done. You guys are fucking awesome. I am so excited for what's to come. There's so much awesomeness. Oh, guys, look forward to this Saturday. Kiana and I will be doing a panel on the 30th. Super early for me, but we'll be doing a panel at 8 a.m. 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, where we will be having a conversation amongst Black women about the future of politics in America. It's going to be super duper awesome. It's going to be awesome. Kiana, do you remember what we're calling it? I can't remember what we're calling it.
No, but I'm gonna be honest. I don't know why I didn't catch the date. I just knew that the date that he gave me, I didn't have anything to do that day. I have a party Saturday, so there's no way. Yeah, I have a whole.
You gotta reach out to Quinn for that one.
I already told him. So hopefully I can tune in, but I know 11 o'clock will be like dead smack in the middle of me setting up. So
I
know.
I'm gonna miss you. Okay, I'll miss you then. Maybe we'll change it, but for right now, I'm gonna promo it.
No, that's how I'm hoping that. I think Sunday is a better. Like, I think Sunday, because people always are looking for something.
I think Sunday is better too. Why are we doing it on Saturday? Saturday. But I won't be able to do it this upcoming Sunday unless it's like, because I have something to do with my friends, so it'll have to be in the afternoon. So we'll have to see what happens. And then you have your thing. See, it's a lot. Yeah. It's a lot. So yeah, we're gonna have to see. We'll have to talk to Quinn.
I'll talk to you. I'll talk to you about it too. But I hope you have a good night. I'm about to take my behind to bed because Clive shall come early in the morning. So I'm gonna go back here. But it was a pleasure hanging out with you as always.
Thank you, Kiana.
What you say? I said
he's knocked out.
For sure.
Always. Yeah, I was about to say I hope he's asleep, but yeah, he's knocked out.
Yeah. Well, good night, everyone. Good night, Erica's loves, and until next time.
All right, see you, Kiana. Guys, make sure you're following Kiana. I'm gonna go ahead and drop Liv because we're gonna have a conversation later. We're gonna have a conversation. so much to Hector, Kiana, and Liv for also an appearance by Raven and Kit. Thank you for Chad's donations. Thank you all for doing all of the good things tonight. I appreciate each and every last one of you. All right. So with that being said, guys, we are going to go ahead and do the thing. We're going to get up out of here. YouTube, have a fantastic night. I leave you all with this, as I always do. If you can't do something kind for yourselves, please, please, please do something kind for someone else. With that being said, guys, I love y'all. I appreciate you all so, so very much.